every morning with truth in our hands. No more silence, we take the stand. For the people who cry for the dreams that fade, we speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True Media go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know how make we talk. True Media Radio on FM 103.9.
Now God we dey friendly, not true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For salon, we go stand tall. Radio True Media,
one voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night, because we believe in hard work and faith to Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
Truth began, no they neglect anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth began, we know they play.
Now for salon, we declare the way. Tune in every day to
Truth began radio.
3.9.
Truth began radio.
3.9. Radio True Media. Radio True Media. Radio True Media. Radio True Media. Radio True Media.
On FM 103.9.
This is Truth Radio, 103.9 FM. We empower the nation.
Mina Yusufu Jallo, the Cow Footprints, and you they listen to Truth Radio on 103.9 FM live from Freetown. Na two the last.
Well, me fancy anyway for do what you say no more. Hallelujah.
Truth Media.
Truth
Media.
Media.
Truth. Yes, you. Truth Media. Join and Truth Media.
Truth Media.
Truth Media. Say una we dey watch Truth Media.
me watch you.
Una let we dey listen to Truth Media.
Now listen June.
Una listen to.
Now listen
Una let we dey
to.
listen to Truth Media.
Now listen to. So media.
No, truth. You don't let the truth there.
Okay, two.
Una let we dey listen to Truth Media.
Now listen to. So media.
Truth Media.
Su media. Very no bad. Now, sir, anybody, Salomon. Yeah, they live or they people them for do any business for do some. Yeah, they live in the office. They not bad. Any business for do some. Are they prescribe course for make any students them. Anyway, for make or the confusion or the education. Anybody for learner. Anybody for prepare. Any song if for they. Anybody.
Ayo Nyabone sewo matonya yepe gwogwo era we Tonya yepe gwogwo era ngatu ayabo ngeza watomi nane FM we Tonya yepe gwogwo era ngatu ayabo ngeza watomi nane FM Kamianga tua tonya yepe gwogwo era we Nyabuda tonya yemi aloma Tonya yele mi amome Nyabone jagbe nyale ngeja ti anyale dwe mi do nyango ngolo tonya yepe gwogwo era we Miata nuisi vena Nambo rabo mi dweva Nyabuda jepe bubura mi wabido tonya yepe gwogwo era Amiaga tole papa goti taloba pepe nebe da penegbe nugo ma o aye gbogbe chawa to mi na ni FM ayo Nyabone sewo matonya yepe gwogwo era we Tonya yepe gwogwo era ngatu ayabo ngeza watomi nane FM we Tonya yepe gwogwo era ngatu ayabo ngeza watomi nane FM Kamianga tua tonya yepe gwogwo era we Nyabuda tonya yemi aloma Tonya yele mi amome Nyabone jagbe nyale ngeja ti anyale dwe mi do nyango ngolo tonya yepe gwogwo era we Miata nuisi vena Nambo rabo mi dweva Nyabuda jepe bubura mi wabido tonya yepe gwogwo era Amiaga tole papa goti taloba pepe nebe da penegbe nugo ma o aye gbogbe chawa to mi na ni FM ne ma ya mi abede amukeni mo Nyade skini mo ni da keza me bi lo to me gbo Amiaga pinga
It's a beautiful country. It's beautiful people.
Indeed, beautiful country with beautiful people. Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Truth Morning Devotion. It's Thursday, right? It's the Thursday edition. Today, now the 11th day in the month of June. June is slowly coming to. Well, over the weekend we're going. By next week we're mid-month of June, and time is going. Don't procrastinate. If you have anything to do, try to do it. Don't wait. The beautiful weather this morning. I take some photos. The drive cam, the weather look nice and it's beautiful, the blessing of God. But good morning and welcome, and thanks for joining us this morning, wherever you listen to we from, on Radio Land, or whether you watch you on Facebook, YouTube and TikTok. It's a blessing for always start the morning with Una, and we appreciate that so much. We are not taking that for granted. Thanks for joining us this morning. And if you still there home, they ready to picking them. Good morning. If you drive, you ride. Well, you didn't a bus. You still in a bed. They scroll the phone. They listen to the radio. Thanks for joining us. Good morning and welcome. One for tell God thank you for life. It's always a blessing for sleep and wake and able to come here every other weekly morning and do the people's work. With Una, we safe. We the people now. We do this work together. And we appreciate that so much, getting that hope and assurance. We get people and we start this early with we. And it's a blessing. For be grateful, for be thankful for life. Now one of the things we sometimes we can forget ourselves as human beings. But not only magic, they wake you, not only magic. They make you come on our house with hope and return peacefully and meet your family. Not only magic, they make you say you go also today, you hope forget this, you get now God in blessing. So we need to be grateful and thankful. We for thank God for life. Now one of the biggest blessings them, for sleep and wake, or for even come on your house, you go also and you return. It's a big blessing. It's a big blessing, and we for thank God for life. So one for thank God for we on life, Sam. That we able left here, we came here yesterday, we left here, we go home, we come back, and in good health. One for thank God for our life same as well. That's when I joined with this morning, I've been there with you yesterday, when I joined with this morning back in good health. And one for pray for people that we sick, pray that Allah go make them easy for them. People that already go through problem and struggles, we pray that God go make them easy for them. People that already fan what if I'm married? Me not so married cancel, but I can say, me pray always that let God give you peace of mind. Let God give you home where they give you peace of mind. It pass anything. If you not get all the wealth na the world safe, but if you get a home where peaceful, also you picking and they live peacefully. Also you and your husband or you and your wife they live peacefully. Wallahi, and they pass any kind gentry. Home where you they go out and not get that fear. Say, me if I can our house today, not to picking grumble. You not ever they think about lights no day, water no day. They think about the you spouse where they commit now, so the problem where they commit now. No, then added stress. So let God give you all peace of mind. If you they come, well I get a story. Me let ref actually. You know, we light not the before the can also go tell me. He go send me message or he call me, Mr. But lights not the they going be they come work before me actually early. So you forget that spouse we go use her for provoke yourself. You know what I mean? So lights not there. But yeah, with all the stress, you know, one kind of home way you they can't get stress back. You know, I let the man you can't the man put stress by you, or you can't the wife put stress by you. So let God give you peace of mind. It pass anything. May I can say it pass anything. Some of we grow up now a very humble homes, you know. You see you parent them with all the challenges, with all the struggles, but then showing love, then showing how for be respectful to people, how for get religion, and be compassionate, be respect and love with people. Let God make we able teach we picking and Nandi. Let God make we able grow in them families and they, because it's the most important thing. How much love you share with your family, how much peace of mind you get, how much respect you get for una self, how much compassion una able show to una self and una picking them. That is very important. By the way, I make disclaimer. Me not to love me not to love cancel or me I just somebody way, you know, be married and I actually had a peace of mind. I actually had some of the best time in my life. So, and I pray for that, and I pray for that for other people them as well, that you know, God give them that, because it's important, especially we as young people them way they grow and where they start with life. Finally you get somebody way very supportive, able to support on herself, if una God give una picking them, una grow them up in a very peaceful home, una show them religion, you know, compassion, you know, and respect, you know, it's important. But I'll pray this morning. We'll start the devotion with prayer. I want to tell everybody morning, thanks for joining us this morning, wherever they listen to we. Yesterday I drive past by Tambakula, you know. Well, I've been they talk to somebody. I check around the man and come around. So man at Tambakula, apparently Tambakula na the Aberdeen roundabout down by the beach. And get one outside and they sell fish there. Then self can follow we. So I want to say good morning to all women at Tambakula. We fisherman we can go bring the fish. We fisherman them na over Funkia as well. We fisherman na Conakry, you know, fisherman right across the country, na Tumbo and other places. You know, I want to say very good morning to now. Good morning to everyone and welcome. We start the devotion with prayer. We pray for ourselves. Pray for our country. Sorry, pray for we country. Pray for we leaders them. Pray that God make we better people. Pray that God make we get the understanding that, you know, we all get a role for play for push this country go before. And presently, Freetown City Council don't launch Dirty Must Go campaign. Dirty Must Go. We all for support that campaign day and ensure say we help for clean this city. We help for clean the country generally. You know, we help for clean the country as well. The country for clean, not only the city. Let us pray. Join us in prayers this morning.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jama members, we want for test one and Allah plenty thank you. And we want for pray for we country as a whole, collectively, individually. We ask one another for we country, Mama Salom. We ask one another all the goodness we need for this country. We need a peace. May Allah give you peace in this country. May Allah give you a war in this country. May Allah make you like yourself in this country. May Allah make it easy for we. The one that we did before and the leaders then, we ask one another, may Allah control them. May Allah make easiness for them. May Allah give them wisdom and understanding so that they will be able to share the goodness of this country, so that each one of me and you will be able to enjoy the goodness of this particular country. Let Allah make it easy for we. We ask one another through immense mercy, a blessing, a sustainer, and the owner of sustainer. We ask one another, let Allah give you goodness in this country. Let Allah make easy for we. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين اللهم إني أسألك علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا ومتقبلا اللهم إني أسألك علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا ومتقبلا ربي إني لما ذلت إليك من خير فقير ربي إني لما ذلت إليك من خير فقير اللهم اغفر لنا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار اللهم اغفر لنا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار اللهم إني أسألك علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا متقبلا اللهم إني أسألك علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا متقبلا اللهم إني أسألك علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا متقبلا سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وصلاة المستقيم وكده الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Papa God na heaven, we tell you thank you. Where you don't make, we don't see this brand new day. We tell you thank you for life. We tell you thank you for We Nation Salon. We tell you thank you for the leaders then we don't give it, Papa God. Papa God, we pray that today, as we all they grab and go about with business, we where they go to school, we where they go work, we get family for take care of, and we all we get dreams and aspiration in our hearts. Oh, they look for you, for they bring and come to pass. Papa God, we pray that the strength, the grace, the wisdom, the favor, and all that we need for that we be fruitful in this dunya, and for that we work all make sense. We pray that you will bring unto we today. Lord, we pray that all the past difficulties that we would all experience as a nation, as people them, as families, and as people them when are young picking them. We pray that then they all not go be a waste. We pray that today will be the day we will mark a new beginning in our lifestyle. We pray that today will be the day where everything will begin for change for we good. Lord, we pray that if anybody there in the nation, we want for bring setback. If anybody there where they try for go against your plan, we get for people them in this country. We pray that you will cause their hearts for change, and we all go able to work together as one people, as one salon, for make sure say peace again, for make sure say love again, for make sure say prosperity come to all the people and now all walks of life in every corner in this dunya and in this nation. Papa God, we tell you thank you, because we know say this is not a brand new day. We know say this is not a blessed day. We know say this is not a day where everything get for turn around for we good. And we know say we will always get a reason as a nation and as a people for come back to you, because now you're not the one where they make all things work out for we good. And we pray that today will be the day where they go rise, and today will be the day where they go experience freshness and they get fresh in their own life. And at the end of the day, we will give you glory and we will give you praise. We tell you thank you. In Jesus' name. Amen.
We done the cry for so long. Papa do ya we done the pray. So today, the time don't come for make you answer. Retire for past be and do. Papa do ya sorry for you, because we sense the nonsense if we not get you presence. And if we been get drunk, we for don't fet for we self. But we not able, now you capable for pulu pandi skulala. You begin and the press. Do ya we need the pen for done? We done the kite. Do ya just make the rain for dumb? Can't help we love, so we go rise. Let we not suffer for the one them, where they dwell the country with their hand. We leaders them, please guide them. Make them do good things from make we start. For the land where we love, we sweet alone. Oh, we dey pray for Salone. Oh, Salone. We dey pray for Salone. Oh, Salone. Yes, Salone. When we want talk, then they watch we by the eye. Papa do ya pull we panchebo. Now for put months by we case. Let's come on now we head. Do one for we picking them all.
Indeed, do am for we picking them. If not for anything, waiting we they do today, let we remember we picking them. Remember say there are millions of picking them, people and picking them, where their hope and trust depend on you. So whatever you they do today, in whatever capacity you do, whatever power you get, whatever influence you get, remember say this what they do today. Waiting at the impact we will create in the lives of the other generation, the generation where they come after me. How will I be remembered for? Waiting people and go remember me for. If they call me name, could they be saying Astagfullah, they are not calling name the. But if they call me name, could people say, yeah, that man do waiting able do for help in community, for help in society, for help in country. Let us answer our prayers, them, let make them easy for we. We will get problem, we will get stress, we will go through difficulties. They bound to happen sometimes. Pray that Allah make them easy for we. Well, we will not lost people them. Pray that God reunites we again in Jannah, as we can say, in Jannatul Firdaus, as we can say with the Muslim them. And let Allah sorry for them. And will their life, let God continue to give you strength, well body, and give you compassion. Sorry at let get them for we safe and get them for other people them around we, because it is only when you get sorry at you remember say what is meant for other people is not yours. You for able to ensure say in whatever way you able to impact the lives of other people, you try for do them. They use your power or influence, they abuse them against other people them. And you don't live in wealth and see other people them. You don't live happily in wealth and see other people in abject poverty, especially where now waiting meant for everyone you to enjoy. I can say if you get the most powerful hosts now one community and your neighbor they all living in shacks, you get water well, you get solar light, they don't get water, they live in poverty, you always be a target. You'll always be a target, it will always be a problem. And we pray that the one thing where we all share in common, we share Leonianness, go make we enjoy and realize and agree say we not say Leonian pass another person. Nobody know the way them born say this person is salon person pass this other salon person. No. We all are the same people. We all are one people. We all say Leonian. We share that in common. No one will take that away from you. No one. Naturalized. You're a citizen of this country. You're born here and you're citizen of this country. And then for inspire we for make we ensure say we do it right for this people. Because we're not get no side for go. Some of we not to see more. I not get I don't pass that stage and say for good fit for be to see. Not to see me again. Not go be to see me again. You know, na ya day, na ya sabi, one green passport, one green ID card. Now they move around with. So if you are not better, I'm as they can say. We don't. So we have to make efforts. We have to play with part. Like how we they play with part coming here very early in the morning on a safe day with 3. And we have to play with part for make this place a better place. It can only be better when we all agree and decide, say, we for make them better. And enough for be by turn by turn. You life not for better no more way. Sometimes now you bragging a power or now you brag a connection. No. There are things when a way for always there for you as a citizen. Now the dignity that the way you for enjoy as a citizen of a country. Poverty there everywhere. Oh. Country then they even the great United States of America then get unemployment and get poverty. The UK, developed nations them then get. I mean, as I don't care about you, you know, some people can make comparison. Yes, the citizens of the country, then they then go care about the country. Now they have responsibility that, you know, they will care about their country. They will care about their system. I mean, I'm getting passports again. I'm not sabi any side. I don't care much about places I go. Now visits are the visits, and alhamdulillah, at least when I visit, I go get. Yeah, I will get side for stay, I will get family for day with, I will get party them for day with, people then go take me around, and you know, and sometimes in this some of who don't enjoy other country than taxpayer money safe because they don't pull in, I don't care we go pandemic program, then spend power, give you allowance and all, you know, then thing and day. But now day. So me I care about salon. I know things them they happen other side, yeah. But their own citizens and go hold them accountable, and I'm sure their own government go make effort for address their own problem. But now I'm here, you did now sabi, so now yeah, for put smart pa. Let nobody know tell you that talk they say feels make you feel inferior and think say you know for put smart pa salon business. So no, as much as you get responsibility for support the government with waiting and they do and commend them when they do waiting right. You got responsibility for ask questions and hold them accountable. That is what democracy is about. That is why we accepted and agree say we forget multi-party democracy, where they allow we for able to discuss issues, hold people them accountable, you know, respectfully, not cause person, may not they support anybody with the cause person or incite people them, may not they talk about that. And they say respectfully as we've been doing, ask questions, hold people them accountable, because then they come to you for votes. Now you they give them power, not so they get power. People they know they sit on no more so they form government too, or they know they sit on no more they agree say 5, 10 years, 15 years lay APC rule. Not so they no more they sit on they agree and they law not they will say so. They say now they vote. Now we they give power, we the people, majority, who that get the majority, now any form government. So we all get responsibility, and let nobody not make you afraid for ask questions. No, we shouldn't. Democracy will fail if people are afraid for talk, then afraid for ask question. It will fail because power it corrupts people more. Power and money it corrupt people so much that now it make systems and day, now it make parliament day, judiciary day, civil society day, media day. Pressure group then they professional organizations them for able all people that we get power accountable and make them members say no people and they watch me people and they watch me if I do anything wrong then go call me back then go call me out. That is not the only way that the democracy they function well. But if we all sit down say no, we know they talk, you only they talk, you only the old people them accountable when it's not your own people who are in power. You own way of asking questions and holding people accountable. Now we're not your own people and then power. When your own people are in power, everybody for be patriotic. As like I say, patriotism not so seasonal something. Patriotism not so seasonal, not so thing when a season. Say we may party in a power and not for ask question, and not for say anything. Everything about patriotism. Me don't know how people they define patriotism that way. Everything for for ask government question. And when me party not in a power, why they opposition now oppose them on me for the oppose, I oppose them on no governance not for this so. Enough for this so. From within, even your political party, if you the opposition, I they watch, they follow Ghana news. The opposition leader now, Bawumia when I've been vice president, now in the flag bearer for them party, I think it's NPP or so. So they get issue with the cocoa export, selling of cocoa, the farmers and they complain, the price and all. So what them party do, then commission the members of parliament them for go meet with the farmers them and go get understanding of waiting at the concerns, waiting at the challenges, and waiting they want. So the MPs then come recently, then go present a report to the flag, the flag bearer now of the party. Then go present a report to her and say, Pa, you've been commissioned we for go na the field. We don't do a report. Now we findings this, now we recommendation this. So the party don't do a policy paper now where then they present, say na their own position as an opposition, na their own position and they in addressing the issue with cocoa and all of that. We opposition be they get press conference some time ago. Then be they get monthly press conference. I don't know. It's been a while. They've not got that. They've not done that. Opposition party na part of governance. Then for able critique government and present policy documents them. Say we if we can power now this we they do. Now we on program. Now we on plan this. Now from now on, for begin tell we because the opposition party for function, enough for only function month or year to election. No, it's an institution. Now institution now they non bill. Enough for be the flag bearer, then your idea no more back. I can tell people privately say there was a time where I enjoyed being a journalist, a reporter. There was a time where John Benjamin was chairman of SLPP and Suleiman Banja Tijansi was Secretary General, Honorable Tambasam was the communication person. It was after 2007 going to 2012. But I don't me, Dixon, we've been very young. We are reporting, man. Ahmed Sisse, my man. We Emric Roy Coca, I know those Aliou Cissé, and I do we had Aliou Cissé. We were reporting, man. We cover SLPP press conference on a Wednesday. John Benjamin, Suleiman Banja Tijansi, then they present all documents of findings the way they don't do about things the way they happen. Now the government alleged corruption and waiting at them position. Then they pull them press statements, present to the media. On Thursday, Honorable Ibi Kabo, the former minister, they get the government press conference in a U building. So where the opposition cannot make them point on Wednesday, you get the government for react on Thursday. So it was actually the opposition then were actually positioning themselves in a way where then they hold the government seriously accountable. Serious one, bruh. Judge Safa been then Judge been there appear. Judge Safa then he been there appear na the panel. Then be the guy expert. If they were talking about economy, then go get expert. If they were talking about security, then go get security expert na the table where they come and explain. That is how our political parties for function. Only government seriously accountable and present waiting on your own position, waiting on your alternative, waiting on go do better. But man. Everybody now how for lead the party, how for lead the opposition party, and women in the opposition, all man they vex. We democracy is not perfect, but for try for make them somehow to a way where the people then go get hope in them politician and political parties. We forget hope, say yes, no, this political party they talk with we wire. It the only government accountable. The government self they sit on straight to lie. The government they sit on well. The governments they sit on, then they understand say we get people who they watch over we opposition very vibrant. The opposition very vibrant. You know, then they watch what thing we they do and they come out with data, with information for all them accountable. It make the government try to be very effective. You know, pray we get to that point where, you know, with opposition, with democracy not perfect, but we can make it better. We can make it better. Because if you watch now, everything it's the people. Now the people, and people are getting tired. People and they afraid for talk. The politicians are one of the biggest beneficiaries of we politics. You hardly see them out. So man, when see election pass, you only they talk now where they power, where election pass, where you go opposition. You know they see them politics safe. Pam, you don't go. Some man they oversee now say they wait. When see election say kai joining party, now then get the loudest voice. Can get the loudest voice. Man can they oversee, they begin tell me when they and down and I say you she don't have comforts overseeing all the comforts. People in there, they play their own part. Sometimes you see don't have to criticize it no more. And you know, people in there we don't be beneficiaries of the previous government. If you check, where see them lost, where see the previous party, the government lost election, and don't go. Then don't go. You got Sierra where they struggle, bro, where they left overseas and come for can set up business now. Then they struggle, then they're not so politics, then they pass safe. Then they want let the system work no more well for them business way than they do. Let lights day, let people and get jobs so they able to buy from them. I can tell me diaspora party them all say themselves na part, some of them are part of the problem how they get so. Some of them. Because some of them, then they come and serve now, then two party there, a major party there where they can have governance. They know they create better impact. They don't. And you get some very good Sierra Leoneans. We don't care about which political party they have power safe. Then if we can't invest in them business, come then can set up them business, then want let things work no more. Let it work. Let them get opportunity for able to thrive. They don't care who is in power. If lights there, then business they thrive. If jobs there, people are able to buy from them. They really want to come and invest. But when you check, then they struggle just because sometimes they not join politics, they not get political leaning. Get the one that we not get, then I take them, they can't take them. We see them take them, can go. Where them party no then a pam, then don't go back. And picking a cow, then family, then they already. Now then king Tawan on social media back where you can watch. Now then can get the loudest voice and they don't come. They don't genuinely come like the other people them where they can't try for invest and do business and create job and help the economy. We all can make we democracy better collectively as a people. Whether you party in a power or you party the opposition or it don't mean say when you party in a power then they do everything right. No, it's not possible. No government, not the way they get everything right. They definitely will have people. President Bio go get people away go appoint say, but go help me lo fix ya. Then people and they know they do things the way right. Now make it can sack, then can go president and they sack people. It's not possible. It's not. Anyway, so take we anthem and pledge. When we come back shortly, we'll take few stories. We're going to talk to our colleagues this morning. We're going to look at the basic education sector. We'll talk to our colleagues and for look at forget some understanding. I'm even thinking of opening the phone line for let people ask question possibly before we get the minister. Or waiting on a think about the education sector generally and the free quality education, waiting on a concerns them, so we able to get them questions and they to the minister. We get the Minister of Basic Education this morning, Conrad Saki, and we also get for continue with the conversation on protecting women and girls. We get Anita Kroma and also Nasu Fufana. Continue for stay with you to take the pledge and anthem. We'll come back shortly.
I pledge my love and loyalty to my conscious you. I vow to serve and faithfully at all times. I promise to defend honor and good name. Always work for unity, peace, freedom and prosperity. My thoughts are angels above all else. So let me go.
sound of love leaves the echo and cry. Blessing and peace be ever and over. Land that belongs to
You know what time it is? Youth man, question time. Youth man, question time. Make we learn for ask questions for things them where they happen now in sweet nation. You name the resources waiting them from benefits this nation. From independence to 50 years of celebration, where they make you man and they think I'm say something for them better. We still under British colonization. But they still not a question. Should be one of the richest countries in the world, but we still why we not a question? Why poor people just the poor? They rank and then they better. But why? Waiting do we not a question? Why make na salon no more the young no they grow? Oh salon. Why we not a question? Why make na ya no more education no they grow? Oh salon. How the internet slow? Now so we slow anyone then give me say oh. Big development, corruption, first position, clap for us. I know that's such occupation. These two come for sponsor. Coco Bear with a big nabo do ya. Una kill we slow, una shoot we right on sight. Yeah, maybe then they go better. Everybody say na 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 na. We don't say na 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 na. I go try all the best. Yes, I go try for unite this generation. Sabotage me, make them misunderstand the intentions. Making away smart, but must ask you the question. One day, mama, why we still live on the same conditions? Why then you go be big question? Then you go answer mama, papa, making confrontations. All these fucking kids in a fireball, now we all young. You know don't know they cut them and they see them. When I say them not for us, una nothing. Why? How long for the ala for the moment? As 2-3 months pass so. Next man said wait for you talk for pattern a boy in this country gets. How come they no able share among 6 million population? We know they ask questions to the tax savior. As they reach there so Papa God you know. Now for them self and them family them tell them go. Well if Salon for being get 50 million people, hey you left. You don't die. Man they not reach 6 million if man in the suffer. So you want to add 40-something million people back.
Respect to all Massive and crew. It's been a long time you've been away from home. That's why me come back, the way me sing things up, and me bring you these conscious reggae vibes. Jah be my guide, Rastafari. Papa, you been tell we say, make we trust the process. But man, it is called the progress of the process. We are in suit and tie, and dirty character. Thief man, they all a thief now, this is them batter. I, Rasta man, me know Eric Cock and Bull, me represent blue, white and blue. That's what me have to do. You meet the water dirty, you know it make me settle, and then you jump beside. You don't dirty and more. Thief man, they all a thief now, this is them batter. Salon they go behind. Who that now we go believe? Oh, this na wrong side life. Now we dey live so. They all a thief. Who that now we go believe? This na wrong side life. Now we dey live so. Sorry, say na sana sana, self say na sorry. This na wrong side life. Now we dey live so. Who say a rata? Who that get his character? The cap side life. Now we dey live so. Salon they poor, dangerous they pan sorry. Things are go bad, who not depend story. Fake promises and philosophy, yeah. Say we don't tire with these buckle stories. Bring us the rice, was the people hungry, yeah. Things are go bad, things are go bad. Things are go bad in a me beautiful nation. What a one. Man them feel conscious, man them feel conscious, man them feel conscious and stand for the right. Is your right? Oh, it's the wrong side life. Now we dey live so. If they all a see food that now we go believe. It's not wrong side life. We dey live so. Sorry, say na sana sana, self say na sorry. But it's not wrong side life. We dey live so. Who say Arata, who da get his character?
Na wrong side life. We dey live so. So we say na sana sana, say na sorry, and the bang we so, bang we so, bang we so. Not allow that to, not allow that, you know. I they show now one picture. Okay, we can talk to we colleagues them. The minister did now already, but they can talk to colleagues them quickly. But they show now one picture. You know, there is. I get this. Me one colleague been they talk then this about criminal justice system, how it is like and what's in the happen with them. So we also agree say from where this thing happen in our society, they show now this picture. And Simon, from where this happen in our society, where I'm sure, well, people already listen, not they watch, not they see the photo. There's a photo of Blacker. Remember, there's this symbolic photo of Blacker way Olimot. Blacker na may soul rest in peace. He's dead now. He was mentally ill, and we all know that. And he was at the psychiatric home. Maybe the commodity come out and all of that. So remember, Blacker was arrested, taken to CID, detained there, charged to court. He was charged to court, and then sent a remand. He come back, then gave him bail. I remember lawyer Rashid was not being defense lawyer and all of that. So lawyer Rashid been represent him. Later been crying good church. They try for help him and all. Later Blacker got sick and died. But the point I'm trying to make is, me at some point I don't give up on we, because me don't get case. I don't go police. I don't go report somebody in a police. Police never come back to me safe. No ever. I imagine if now somebody been go report me like sometimes I dey pardon back road safe. Police never come back to me. We criminal justice system should not work in a way in the interest of certain people. We criminal justice system not for always they abuse the rights of in citizens there because certain politicians then feel aggrieved or not feel happy about what citizens then say or a certain citizen say. Again, I clarify, I don't support anyone making insightful statements. I don't support anyone abusing people, disrespecting people. No, that is a no. We can make weak points and we can hold government accountable. We can criticize without being abusive, without causing people or making insightful statements. So, the moment we not able to distinguish what's enough for do to somebody like Blacker and care and go through with criminal justice system, we spend time, we spend resources. There is a magistrate who sit down and he make Blacker appear before him. There was a police officer who effect arrest of Blacker. He carry and go na CID, then keep and day, then charge and go court. He commodate, then send and go Pademba Road. It means we have a very big problem. Now from then time, I don't understand. Say we get problem with the cyber law, we get problem with the criminal justice system. Also, are able to distinguish from somebody who is gets mental issues. Because of what he say, we arrest them, we put on a cell, we send and go court. It's enough before a magistrate is stand trial, then send and go pardon by what the day man. We also agree that we have an issue. We have an issue with the criminal justice system, and we get a system. It's a pattern of a system whose people are no one citizens them. They use the law always for make citizens then get fear. And the moment you create fear and panic in people, everybody they afraid for talk, then democracy is not working. Democracy works when the people hold their government accountable, ask questions and support the government. But the level of fear where they in people right now, where people and we all in media we gladly them they repeal part 5 of the law. We were happy and yeah. But there's a cyber law. cyber law where people and they use individuals and they use politicians and they use for abuse the rights of other people. Me don't say there's a system, there's a law. It's a law. If you arrest somebody, you keep them in a cell. There's a time where you for charge and go court, or you give them bail. You don't keep the person. You know they try for wicked the person to some extent for sure and say no, I get power, I can use them how I want. It creates a lot of fear in people. With me, I would say it outrightly. I don't go police. Somebody threaten me, say all kind of thing about me. I went to the police as a citizen, make statement. The CID man are making message and now safe and us. But I'll make case. So imagine if now somebody been go report me, right? I would have been in Pademba Road safe. I would have been in Pademba Road. But citizens and for able to speak up. Citizens should be able to speak up. And for able to talk within the law, respectfully. Hold governments accountable and ask questions. But what create that fear there in citizens, in people, it's not good for democracy. Now make we call them, please. Low call we colleagues them. You know, this history of Blacker, like I said, I was agreeing with my colleagues, say, we all for been don't pay attention to the criminal justice system from where this thing happened with Blacker, where we police them, arrest them, then charge and go courts and send and go Pademba Road. It should have raised something on us that something is not right with the criminal justice system. If we're not able to differentiate from somebody like Blacker, say no, this is not supposed to for arrest, not supposed to for put through this kind of process. The system for able to support and safe and help them. Anyway, we'll go follow back quickly. We'll talk to our colleague Frederick Bilal, who gets on the phone now. Good morning, Frederick. Hello, Frederick. Okay, we'll try for talk to our colleague. We can join the minister very soon, but we want to talk to our colleagues them from the region and get some understanding about, WASC exam they go on. The last time we talked to one of our colleague Pujaun, there were concerns about the lab, the distance, and we talked to Kambe as well, it was the same concern. We get Frederick, right? Good morning, Frederick.
Good morning to Truth Media family.
Yes, bravo me cow.
The car are still
okay, so
the road they can torment me now.
No, settle this matter. Give me goats. Give me goats. Where the road good, you go out the cow. Give me the goat first. Goats not for travel with.
Okay, I will do that later.
Okay. Deal. We get deal. But good morning, Frederick, and thanks for always joining us and giving us update from Falaba and Koinadugu. We want to look at the, WASC click on, and the last time I talked to you, there was this school where, breeze beam, flight and roof and all of that. Waiting at the, some of the concerns, if there are any, or some of the progress we don't happen with the education sector in other part in the country.
The people in Falaba district and Konadugu first want to tell President Bio thank you for this free quality education we come with, we make as a flagship program. But there are some concerns then with the people of Falaba district and Konadugu district don't raise. One of the concerns then, now the two districts, now the science stream. The free quality education will come for strengthening the schools then, especially government schools then, that the two districts. But Mr. Ba, this will be surprising to you and the minister that the entire Falaba district, now they not get science stream, now the entire district, they not get science stream, and they not get good lab. Then Konadugu now only two laboratory then na Konadugu district. When na KSS and one private school where then they call CRC. So during this was examination where they begin and they sit. So then they converge and say for making them go do practical na Konadugu when na Kabbalah na two lab. Imagine about 20 schools then, 20 senior schools then inside the two districts then. They all for move. Now the centers then then go na Kabbalah for go sit exam. One of the farthest distance when I Yivin, from Yivin to Kabbalah, now 54 miles. And the transportations where the pikin them pay close to 1,500,000 just for go sit exam.
Now each one person they pay that for that distance there?
Yeah, for that distance there. Now one person they pay because he get for go do you practical, then he get for return back. He get for return back and feeding also. He entails feeding and the place we say they go lodge. Like Kurubola, they begin and pay close to 2 million because the parents them budget themselves. They do not be prepared for say them go take them picking there out of the district, go na Kabbalah, go sit them practical. Then they come as a surprising things to the parents then and also the teachers then. The principals then try a lot, but they're not able to achieve anything. For let them able to retain the picking, they let them see the practical. Now the district who side, the chiefdoms who side and there. Away from that,
yes
sir.
Go ahead, Frederick.
So away from that, the learning materials. Now then schools them. For the past 2 years, the government been promised them go to supply some essential materials then and then schools them like chalk and other assorted materials there. It will be surprising to know that when they interface with some principals then and teachers then they say don't pass 2 to 3 years they're not they receive chalk supply. They're not they receive them materials then where the president been promised. And it's like the books then also where then they supply and then schools then like Palaba district, if you then tell the books then that the district headquarters on when among us for transport the materials then now the fathers chiefdoms then some headmasters then they're not able to afford the material for the transportation for can't take the materials then go with them now then chiefdoms then for let the pikin then get access to it. And also school building. Some schools then they if then display and they scream, people then go say then they sabotage the government because some the school they're not under proper building. Some now under 3 then they get then classes. And like when rainy season don't start to I've been on report and I think last week where breeze take some schools then up to now, then schools then still they continue for cry to government and humanitarian feeling organizations for let them come to their aid for help them so that then go continue with them schools then. Like one of the schools then Alcala, DEC primary Islamic primary school in Alcala, up till now they're not returning it in school. They begin then still there now.
So the school where been the what you've been come out up to now it hasn't been fixed yet. They're not able to fix them yet.
They're not returning it now school, Mr. Ba. Because they're not they cry for help, but up to now they not get help it and they don't tax the student for let them give small things so that they go buy boots and zinc for let them roof the school and they begin them continue their learning.
Okay.
But as it is now, they're not returning it now school. And most of the materials then where the teachers then they use like report card, boku don't spoil because of the rain.
Okay. Frederick, I want to ask about teachers. You know, I see there is a verification or registration process, licensing process where they go on for teachers them. Sometimes teachers and they talk about, you know, they not get PIN code and that's what's in the situation generally on teachers na Falaba.
Well, both Konedugu and Falaba district now the same cry. Teachers then they express concern. They will see some teachers then they don't they teach na school a particular school over 10 years but up till now they not get PIN code. Then teachers then they plenty one. And then now some of the committed teachers then are then schools there. Some are now the time where they get in PIN code, they don't almost reach to retirement age. So teachers then they express them concerns then. We're gonna some schools there now one approved teacher they see they balance their own community teachers then. Then they plenty in our Palaba district. Like where farming season can reach so then community teachers then the best thing where they can do they take the students then go down at them granite farm or go down at them farm for let the teaching and work for them. Then they use as a monthly salary. But apart from that, they do not receive no incentive from government or NGOs there. And also the delay of the WAS examination papers then and NPSC examination papers then. Like in the previous years we done the past now Palaba district like close Aradu. If you then they sit exam on Friday, now Saturday night then they complete then your exam. The examination paper will come na Kabala a delay the return away then they call the examination paper na Mongo na take and go to na close Aradu. They don't almost 6. Sometimes na generator then they like for the picking the for let them see the exam now. So all them concerns then the parents then and the teachers then they don't raise some of them concerns there for say let government strengthen the free quality education na the 2 districts.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Frederick. Thank you for that update today. Thanks. We will keep in touch with you. I think the school will be in this, so we need for Emmanuel. We need for share that video, there, man. Remember we get the report the last time of that school they were destroyed, so that the authorities then go aware of farm and see how they go in and support, because this is a rainy season as well. Thank you, Frederick. They can join the minister this morning. And hopefully we'll ever talk to a colleague na Pujan and also na Kenema. We understand there is a fire incident as well with one of the schools in there. We'll ever talk to we colleague Philip Koma from Kenema, and we also go get update from Pujan. But they can join the minister, continue for safety. But if you get question or comments or concern, just drop on our Facebook page, and we definitely go read them. We want to get an interactive session with the minister today. If there are concerns, we go able to address questions, we go put to them from the public, we go comment on. But we'll take a quick commercial break whilst we can join the minister this morning. Continue for Stay With Me.
Are you tired of waiting in long lines at the bank? Say hello to Omnilite, your ultimate banking solution from EcoBank. With Omnilite, managing your finances has never been easier. Here's why. Omnilite allows you to enjoy easy access to your account information across multiple countries. Monitor your accounts in real time from the comfort of your home or office. Rest assured, with Omnilite, all your online transactions are guaranteed secure. Do you need to transfer funds? No problem. Whether it's domestic or international, Omnilite has got you covered. Make multiple payments effortlessly with our convenient multiple transfer service. And paying bills is a breeze with Quick Bill Pay. Plus, schedule future payments hassle-free with standing order. Want a checkbook? Just request it on Omnilite and it'll be delivered to your doorstep within 10 working days. Experience the convenience and efficiency of Omnilite today. Visit us online or at your nearest EcoBank branch to learn more. A better way, a better Africa.
When starting your day, getting fit is the first step. When the hustle starts, nothing should stall you. When it's time to plan your future, saving should be easy. When you're ready to expand, no room for excuses. When your child needs relief, waiting isn't an option. And if it's you asking, no isn't an answer. Because for us, when it comes to banking, it's all about you.
Across Sierra Leone, more people are asking the same question. Why buy fuel anywhere else when Cornex gives you more? Professionally trained attendants who know service matters. Conex Fuel, a litre is a litre every single time. And when it's time to pay, easy. Pay with mobile money, Visa or MasterCard, or the Cornex Fuel Card. Clean restrooms, welcoming spaces. Every station, every time. Clean fuel, clean spaces, clear value. That's why Sierra Leone fuels with Cornex. Cornex retail outlets. Always clean, always professional, always for you. Fuel smart. Get your Cornex Fuel Card today.
Orange Maxis gets flexible data and voice plans them we go fit you lifestyle. Try the Colat Mini for just 70 Leon and get 2.5 Mbps speed for 7 days. You can need data anytime. Your bundle they give you fast internet anytime you day. For you can prefer customized plan. Your own bundle they make you select the exact data and voice package where you need. Find the best data and voice option now on Maxit. Download the app and stay connected.
Orange.
Take a chance. On the first in line.
Take a chance.
You don't hear the good news? With Darlene Mercury, you don't come with the biggest news this year. With the Mercury Win a House raffle, you will get your own chance for win host this year, especially if you get lucky. Make we celebrate the Mercury Win a House raffle where they begin April 1 and end July 21 this year. For qualify for this raffle, you for play up to 50 leons where you buy it per online sports game and up to 250 leons per the Vegas game them. The more you play, the more you will get chance for win. But you not go qualify for the Mercury Win a House raffle if na bonus money or free spin you use for play. You go only win with money where you pull in your pocket for play, and if you make sure say you bite inside this period where the game then they go on. Now for try hard and increase your chance for win this host now the Mercury Win a House raffle where they run between April 1 and July 21 this year. Play more Mercury online sports and Vegas game them and win more raffle tickets them. The more you play, the more you get chance for win more raffle tickets and get more chance for win host where Mercury don't put down. This na big one. Mercury Win a House raffle don't come for we. Sometime now you don't come so.
Welcome back. This is the Truth Morning Devotion on Truth FM 103.9 with the broadcast live from the studios na Ilkot na Freetown. We're there on Facebook, YouTube and TikTok, and thanks to we colleagues na we partner radio stations and where they link this program every other weekday morning. We appreciate that so much. Na Tongo, na Falaba, na Koinadugu as well, Radio Bintumani, and also na we get na Kailaung and Pujeng, and we want to say thanks a lot to them people and we appreciate them time and the efforts they make for ensure say people them right across understand what thing we they do na Freetown. Let we come join the minister now. Like I not mentioned this morning, I get the pleasure for welcome the minister at the studio for the very first time. I've been on this, but I'm happy he's here today. There's always the right time to come. So Conrad Saki, now the Minister of Basic Education and basic and senior secondary school education at the country, and we can't talk about we can't take stock somehow the impact of the free quality education. By the way, me now one person we don't say the free quality education we for legislator and ensure say it be a national program we go beyond any other government. Other government and for just they commit themselves. I go me pardon we not agree with me on this. As a government and just for they commit themselves, how then they increase spending to education every financial year say okay we increase small percentage to education. But for making law say free quality education for bill law. So nobody no go come and change them. So it go continue. But they can't take stock on the free quality education. Then we look at government investment so far and partners investments in the education sector, and also we look at enrollment, retention, and teachers' welfare. We don't talk about that a lot now, and also the big issue, one of the big issues them way they go on presently na examination malpractice. A lot of people and they talk about it. Yesterday I was getting an information that the English was paper they need for put an hold to them because they say leak bar or so. But we'll talk on all the issues and good morning, Mr. Minister, and welcome.
Good morning, and I want to tell all the family where they look or where they listen or they watch we boku thank you. and good morning, sorry.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us, and it's always a pleasure for get people in the Kunanaya for talk to the people. But since you take this new job, this is my first time, speaking. So I remember I talked to you some time ago when I was at AYV, but now we've been in at the Teaching Service Commission. How has it been? This is a very, very big sector, and the government, one of the government in flagship them. How you've been enjoying this job?
When the president give you the privilege for serve your people, that's the biggest privilege that you can get. It's an honor for serve me people and make sure that I contribute towards the welfare and the future. So this is something I'm enjoying, yes. But I think it also comes from the fact that I have spent all of my life in education, and therefore I come with quite a lot of experience. I have served in every level of education in some capacity, from pre-primary to university. As a matter of fact, I have worked in 2 universities in London. So I come with a wealth of experience. I am also happy that before they appoint me as the minister, I also served as a head of entity. We mean to say I learned the salon way. I understand the culture in a salon and can respond to that culture. But I also serve under a minister who is now the chief minister. So if you like, I'll be apprentice as well.
Yeah. Yes. so you well prepared for this position, and this we've been talking earlier. Now one of the biggest sectors. It impacts every single family. Get picking with a good school. Every single family go must they plan safe or get picking to go all go school, or you go get family way to help with a good school if they not get picking. So you dey touch everybody in the society in life. The free quality education was a very ambitious project where President Bill came with. Before even in kind government, kind power been they talk about him. He came, he said we're gonna do this, we're gonna start it. There will be challenges, but we the start him. So who side we did now? I go say this is the phase 2 possibly of him. Who side we did presently with the free quality education since when the president launched it?
Well, before I answer that question, let's go back to the way you preface it. Because every individual is affected by education, every individual also now experts in education. Because everybody we don't go school himself an expert because you get the experience. Okay, so what we do with terms of free quality, I think we've done very well. I want for those give you a couple of headlines. So currently we have roughly about 3.4 million learners in the system, which is quite a huge amount. In terms of budget allocation, we have 21%. We are one of the highest in the continent. I think now about Kenya no more day ahead of us. In terms of budget execution, and I think this is important because I think sometimes people then say, oh, well, yes, you say 21%, but almost of them will get. It's roughly about 92%. In terms of teachers, we get roughly about 82,000. Although when we did a verification, it was about 77,000. And then in terms of pass rates, the average pass rate so far, it's about 70% in all the exams, and 70% and above in all the exams. So relatively speaking, we've done exceedingly well. I can go into fine details of things that we would do since we come, because I think it's important that I map out the journey we would take and also come off from.
Enrollment, retention, investment in infrastructure, building of schools, providing teaching and learning materials. We're part of the package of the free quality education, right? And how much will you say about, I know there were statistics I read from a World Bank the other time, they were commending actually with girls enrollment and increase in enrollment. How much are they able to retain them picking their way they go school and ensure say them progress through the school process and go to tertiary institutions?
Well, I think let me reframe the question. I think in a sense, as I say, participation rate is roughly about 80% in the system. So we are doing quite well. There will be variations if you look at various levels from primary schools where you retain more, and then as you go further into the system, you tend to do less better in terms of that. But let me also just state that in terms of progression, we are also doing very well. But it's not just tertiary education. We also need to provide cater for picking for also going to the job market, and this now something now where the exercise my mind on, because we want for revamp technical and vocational education. If you take for example the World Bank, then the priority don't change. Now it's more focused on skills, although there will still continue to be some investment in terms of foundational learning, which now we own priority program, and I can talk about why this is a priority program. But the skills agenda is very important. Let's link the skills agenda also to one of the 5 game changers. Yeah. So one of it is the youth employment scheme. Now we get for prepare with picking them for skills, but I think we should also be realistic that in preparing with picking for skills, government do not always provide the highest number of jobs. So you need to engage the private sector, but even be more pragmatic for say the skills that we give we picking them, if we make themselves job creators. So if you turn into an entrepreneur, you be self-employed and your business will do very well, you will go for employ other people. So for me, these are the things that we the exercise we right now. But let me go back to this point that you raised about investment, how we did and how far we don't come. Let me take for example curriculum reforms. Before this government came into power, there was only one curriculum we actually be there on the shelf. It was the basic education curriculum. It was not being used, it had been developed. So we can we dust them down, we refine them, and then we release them. So we don't do basic education curriculum. We cover from P1 up to junior secondary school. We don't do early childhood education, so therefore P0. We don't do civic education. If you remember when maybe they go school, perhaps you don't remember that. You will get Talabi Lukan where we do one book on civic education, but civic education was no longer in place. The president now say for bring them back, so we get Andy. And last but by no means the least, we get a senior secondary school curriculum, which really was a very ambitious curriculum. It gets about 76 subjects. It created a platform for people and for going to various pathways. So this is not just curriculum. And now let me just add to that. So this is what we go inside 2023 election with, an enabling environment. But in addition to that, what we say now 2023 election is that we go consolidate the engagement. And in consolidating the engagement, we go make some further improvement. So now what will they do? The focus is really introducing high quality into the system. We are also talking about what you call implementation fidelity, so that we get the curriculum, we make sure say they in the classroom, and lastly we don't even add a new curriculum when the accelerated learning curriculum where they one and they target them picking a we don't drop out of the system. So you talk about retention. We posture is that no child should be left behind. Actually, let me refine that. No child and no place should be left behind. So in that regard, we take into consideration that people then go drop out of education. It's natural. But we try for re-engage them back into the system. And we get a funded program, which is about $15 million, we get from EAA, Education Above All, for actually bring them picking and they back into the system. So that's just curriculum.
Investment in curriculum.
Yes, because you need to know what you teach. Yes. Now the second part is what I call workforce development. In terms of workforce development, I just want for those draw family attention to a couple of things. The workforce roughly was about 22,000. Now it's roughly about 38,000. So roughly we don't make some gains of about 16. Yes. Every year, I want people then for the look the budget. Every year there is an allocation for the recruitment of teachers. There is also, and this is I want for my family and listen to this. There is also an allocation for the reassessment of teachers. Then they cover teacher they wouldn't promote, It also cover teacher then we they not go do additional course, so we need for scale them up. Then they back the dinner the budget, and this is not public document. We also don't introduce a licensure exam. This is because we were not very pleased with what will be the gets straight from the universities. So we want to make sure so we test and see them ready for going out classroom. I want to make the teacher where they teach me them picking at this school go be the same teacher where go teach me on picking and I feel comfortable. So we give them 5 exams. One for English, because that's the medium of instruction. The second for maths, even if you know they teach maths, because people can say, why you get for give me maths? Because that computational thinking they help you for problem solve. The third is about ICT. The fourth is about professional standards. Now we have expectation of you as a teacher. Then the fifth is how to teach, pedagogy. Then in addition to that, we also don't begin to tackle this issue of teacher absences. Because if teacher not there for one class, learning it take place.
Yeah.
So we now get a new system we call Widea. Widea is an app where we use for take teacher register electronically, digitally, and the tablets that we use then coordinated with GPS, so we know side then they take the register. So you can't the head teacher can't deny us or then after to do the register. We go know. Then the other thing where is critical in terms of workforce development, we introduce school leadership training, a competency-based school leadership training. School leaders then they get qualification in like public public administration and things like that. But we wanted one where they train teacher them for be instructional leaders. So we don't pilot that. We don't get roughly about 600 people that we don't go through that. And there is a teacher policy where at the take go cabinet shortly.
Okay.
Yes, for those make sure so we get that right. Because let me tell you something. In education, you can spend as much money as possible. But if the leadership of that school not good, then you don't lose out. Yes, so I know people when they talk about leadership, so we try for reinforce that. The other thing I want for those to tell you is that the TSC Act, when enacted in 2011, it's been reviewed.
The Teaching Service Commission.
The Teaching Service Commission Act. So we go take into consideration emerging issues. We go take into consideration new developments that will not take place. We also the pilot Subject Teachers Association, and we want to bring that back full time. But let me also say this: I would have spent significant amount of money. It's the training of teachers. I can categorically tell you that we don't train over 70,000 teachers. Just last year alone.
Is that deliberate?
It is
deliberate. For investing in the workforce?
It is deliberate. The reason being, if you be not trained 30 years ago, yes, the methodology where they go train you now a teacher-centered approach. Where you the teacher, you are the center of the world. You know you are the fountain of knowledge. That is no longer the case. Now we talk about pupil-centered approach, but we don't even go further. We talk about things like you co-produce, create the teaching methodologies which you picking them. So then therefore be engaged in that. So this is now what we don't do no more in terms of workforce development. But let's go now to inclusive education. So we don't talk about radical inclusion policy, you know. So we talk in that sense in terms of gender. You just mentioned that we currently have gender parity in all levels of education. As a matter of fact, you have greater participation of girls, and girls even outperforming boys in terms of even the curriculum. But these are measures that we don't take. There are other things that we support in doing that. For example, the ban on early marriages. We also have modalities that we put for address issues of teenage pregnancy. But if you get pregnant, we will still bring you back into
so the inclusivity include the number, the figures where they go up, where even the World Bank sites of girls in school include the one them where they get pregnant, where there's this policy where allow them for stay in school and get education.
Precisely. So what we say, if you get pregnant, the president can always say this. We know one which man can call double whammy. One, the pikin don't get belly, and then we pull on our school. We not to no more contribute to that situation. So Then one and they would bring them back into the system, and where we they go monitor exams, we can always check the provisions where they make for them when they pregnant. So we know that they happen now with school there now. But let me also just go in terms of inclusive education. We get disability.
Yeah.
We don't distribute assistive technologies, braille, and all of them to picking them. We also, in terms of disability, we do work with the Ministry of Health in terms of the identification and screening of young picking them, because now they know whether somebody deaf or then we then make provision for that. We also do put reasonable adjustments in even in terms of our exams. So, for example, 3 years ago, some blind picking and can and say, hey, we know the pass your exam now, we know they go university. So we work with WIC for make sure say we improve the schools them, we improve the capacity of the school them for declare that them picking and get visual impairment, and then we make provisions through the exam process for make sure say their needs them be met. And I can tell you, then people that meet me that 3 years ago, then they university. And then we get in terms of special schools, we get subventions where they give to them on an annual basis, so they not get for they go through every term for those subventions. Now we'll take inclusivity also in terms of this what you call urban rural deprivation or areas of vulnerability.
Exactly. Now then I will ask you about investment in infrastructure. When we talk about investment, I remember the launch of the free quality education. One of the promises now for build schools, it was part of it. I don't get interviews now. I don't show schools them in some areas, and I'm sure you don't see some of them, especially in the remote communities. Who say some of the side already picking and negotiating for land. Like if you ask about the district council waiting at that area, they waiting and they do another authorities them. What's in at the level of investment in infrastructure? Because if you invest in the teachers, you invest in bringing more girls to school, you go and provide them with a conducive environment to side in the land. What's in at the level of investment in that?
Okay, so let me. I think this is an area where we have become a victim of our own success. Which man can call victims of our own success. We say we get 3.4 million picking in our school. That means that we roughly get about 1 million additional learners. If you get 1 million additional learners, the pace of developing classrooms and schools not meets that demand we would all get. So we are slightly challenged. But there are various ways we are dealing with this. So let me you mentioned two other things where you talk about investment in infrastructure. So I want you for those to understand what the Constitution really says is that up until basic education, local authority gets a say in Nandi. So we work with local authorities on Nandi. As I talk so right now, 10 o'clock, one of the activities that we are get for doing that something with the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development, they launch for make them get local plans so that we go to work alongside those local authorities for address some of the There is also some funding will be attracted from World Bank. We also provided local authorities with the opportunity for build infrastructure in the local area as well. But really, I want for those to address this issue where you can see on social media, where you go see sometimes people and they under palm tree or tick. You understand?
There was a case we reported. I'm not cutting you, Mr. There was a school where collapsed na Pujeon, some part na Pujeon. Actually, one young picking died there.
Okay.
We reported that here.
Okay, so I will come to that, Andy, because I want to talk about school safety. But let me just go back to the school where you can see sometimes. Let me tell you, when you investigate anything, because each one who can see on social media, on the media, will investigate them. I'll get me local people and for them. But what you will find, in most cases, people don't want for access school feeding. So if they no say that area then an area that is within the vulnerable catchment area, people then go set up schools for make them go get access to that facility. So some of those schools, when you investigate them, they are not approved by the government. They are not approved. These are just local communities that just decide, say, we sell the set we own because they believe, say, if they do that, and they then go get access to school feeding. So most cases, what you can do now for reintegrate those people into established schools that are approved by the government. So I think I just want fumble them for understand and they say not to they some of them picture then they can they tell another different picture. There are also cases we will get where people then once school them within the area and then set up things where then go then record say picking and they na facility na facility that we're lacking. You understand? So I think we need to be careful with some of them things.
So what's in a government investment? Because I can imagine if there is an investment in the communities on infrastructure, on schools, parents are aware that this school a conducive learning environment. They will definitely send their kids there, especially on distance. What's in like I mentioned, part of the free quality education, some of the things for implement now, the building of schools, right? What's in at the level of investment in that?
There has been a significant investment. So we have two investment from World Bank. One is the new builds, then where you go see. Sometimes if they follow me on Facebook, you go see me to go open some of them school and they.
Yeah.
We even get school and now we not open yet, but we don't build them. We, for example, we don't build 3 boarding schools in Pujong, Matujong, and Kailaung. We also get schools that we would renovate through World Bank. I think the renovation fund got about $19 million. You understand? So then, in addition to that, EU be also give you some money. We'll build some school then back. We'll build about 100 schools. And then we also get money that we get from other players in the field. Street Child and all the other, and they serve the car and then the bill. But as I said to you, right from the start, the number of people that we'll get will attract into the system. I also tell you, we try for re-engage people that we don't drop out of the system. The demand outstrip the what we were able to provide in terms of those schools, but it's something that we are actively working.
So government will meeting commitment with I think it was a manifesto promise of building schools now each district headquarter town or so for ensure say as enrollments they increase the facility they are available. Government not able to meet that commitment there.
No, let me explain that commitment. That commitment is say in every chiefdom we will get junior secondary school.
Yeah.
Government don't meet that.
And every chiefdom.
Every chiefdom.
Okay.
So what would they do with the if we not get? So let me just give you an example. The reason why would they do them boarding schools is if you not get chiefdom, then they will not get school. We they bring the picking them, especially the girl child there, into that boarding school for make sure say they get that commitment. So there are various ways we they meet that commitment. It might not be physically having a school there, but we they make provisions for that. And we get a catchment policy we say picking up for worker more than 3 miles for go school. So again, let me just give you an example of how that they work. Salon get a population of 8 million. Yes, we get 13,700 schools. 13,700 schools. Rwanda gets a population of 14 million. Then gets roughly about 4,000 schools. So you see that the reason why we make that decision for spread out, which is costly, now for make sure say within a 3-mile radius you go get school. Yes, so that commitment has been met. Incidentally, just last week I be there Rwanda. We talk about this very same issue, and then tell me say they want go so we go, because even though they get school their way, because their school bigger, so they'll get 3,000, 4,000 beginning at this one school. But what you then tell me is that when you get nursery school inside secondary school, you know, get the feeling of community, and that's the one create. So that one copy real example. So I just want for us make sure say we get that and declare that in terms of that commitment it has been met.
Okay, I want to look at quality with the free quality education, the access of quality. Yeah, I'll just read the World Bank reports, the economic reports updates we then released the last time. He say in part of them say we talk about education. They say access versus quality. While the abolition of school fees caused enrollments to surge by over 58%, jumping to 3.1 billion, we don't talk about this unprecedented demand has thinned out resources. Spending per pupil has declined, leading to crowded classroom and a need for better infrastructure. How do we ensure that, you know, as much as enrollments they increase, the infrastructure is there for ensure say there is quality? What are the challenges with the quality aspect? Because that are some of the questions where a lot of people and they talk about. Say they talk about free quality education. The free is there. School fees not they go, they never pay school fees and other charges, but the quality aspect of them.
Well, we started off by me giving you some headline figures. And I tell you, saying with transitional exams, the average pass rate is 70%. That is a good one. Yes. There are other learning outcomes that we focus on. So if you look at the education sector plan for 2022 to 2026, what they done this year, the focus was for improved learning outcomes. I also just say to you that with priority program is foundational learning. And foundational learning stemmed from the fact that we did an EGMA-EGRA, which is an early grade reading and mathematics test in 2021. And that say 70% of Upikinen they experience learning poverty. And we then put together a partnership compact, which I work on, and we attract 50 million. That now don't lead to some significant gains in terms of improving quality. So let me just give you the indications of that. As a result of that, we reform the curriculum for the early years from P0 to P4. In P0, we now develop teaching and learning materials, supplementary materials, teacher guides. We train the teachers them. So I talk about that 28,000 teachers who trained just last year alone. That P0 included in that. Then we take P1. We do the same thing for P1. We get supplementary materials. We get workbook for the kids. And let me just stress on this. This is 1-to-1. One picking to one book. Okay. Yes. So when we talk about quality, one picking to one book. Then we train all the teachers them. Then we monitor the teacher them. We don't bring in additional 220 school quality assurance officers where we train quite a lot. And then we don't bring in what we call community of practice. So we know that they train you like the old days. We left you for go cascade inside your school. We train you, then we provide a community of practice approach where we continuously monitor your teaching methodologies, the learning, the way they take place, looking at the data, and then provide you with support for make sure say you get there. The idea is if we get foundational learning right, it will get a cascading effect on other levels. And that's what we put as a priority as a government. But as we do that, we have some other challenges.
Which another challenge?
Well, let me just give you. So, for example, say when we do the results for WAS last year, only 11% of Upikinen pass. But I want to address that question from an educational perspective, because sometimes people they give their opinion. But let me give you facts. The Pikine we take was last year. We are the Pikine where we do the same EGMA-EGRA assessment for in 2014. In 2014, they were in P2, class 2. And then we add the remaining part of basic education, the 12 years of education into it. So now they take the exams. In 2014, the learning poverty will begin and be the experience was 90%. Yes, the results will get like 11%, which means there is an increase of about 1%. Yes, so it reflects, it mirrors what you will get in terms of we own data in 2014. In 2021, we will do that same thing. We have made some improvements, but as a government, we decided that we had to invest in this. We have to take the problem and accept that there is a problem. But let me just conclude this. So, For them picking away get 11%. We don't get a national dialogue conference with all the stakeholders, universities, schools, community organizations, where we do in our Brookfield Hotel, for look at what in cause this problem and what new measures we forget for do this for respond to that. This is what we are working on now. We have a plan which we will share shortly, and we don't make a new target for ourselves that even though we deal with early grade, we also then begin with our past that early grade years day. We still need forgettion
as part of the manifesto promise and even the medium-term national development plan. These are things that should happen, especially with primary and secondary education. How far with that? You know, you just say from Falaba. It might be the case in Pujewe and other places, and they complain about lab. I remember when the examination starts, we had complaint from Falaba, from Cambia, and Pujewe as well.
Thank you very much for you asked me that question, Lee. I just say to you that because we priority reform program na foundational learning, I can categorically tell you that we don't spend over $10 million for teaching and learning materials, not only for that, but for training the teachers there for use the teaching and learning materials. Now that account for that 28,000 what they tell you about. That's one. So in terms of senior secondary school, I tell you earlier on, we introduced a senior secondary school curriculum. That has been slightly more challenging because we not get all the resources for put the teaching and learning material for that. But the good news is this. I've been working tirelessly with members of the political team and my leadership team. We get a funder. I don't want to talk too much about that. We got a funder with the in country right now.
Okay.
We don't promise we say we go get them will support we, and part of that support is that we go get money for do the teaching and learning materials for the senior secondary school.
Presently, also because it's important, you know, with all the reforms and investment we do, if the teaching and learning materials are available, then it's definitely will affect output and ratio on how the beginning they perform.
No. I'm going to go back to what I just say. I say we priority reform. We don't spend 10 million for teaching and learning materials. I have acknowledged that there have been some challenges in terms of the senior secondary school. But the good thing is, let's be solution focused. We already get a funder with the in-country.
Yeah, I understand that. What's side with day? Who side with day with what's in government they provide?
Government, let me go back to the budget, because the budget now a public document. If you go to the budget, the government last year provided 25 million, yes, for teaching and learning materials. But there are a couple of things that we need to take into consideration. So when we talk about life practicals, because you mentioned this, we not do life practical, I think, from 2014 or thereabouts. Yes? So we school they not be get lab, or the one they get lab, they not get agents, or they not get equipment. So for and the reason why that was the case, because we get a dispensation not for do life practical. We do what they call test of practicals. In other words, if you do like you get for label, let's say a frog, then go draw the frog, then put the various parts, then you just you label them on paper. But now in life practical, you will get for do that in reality. So we have spent some of the money for this year we bring in agents, we bring in equipment for make them take the exams. And one of the interesting things, we'll take the exam for life practicals this year. What was interesting, we get 201,000 picking and they take WAS this year. The people that they take science, the one that were affected by this life practical, it's about 110,000. So we had money in the budget, so we had like 2 million in the budget for that, which is roughly about 81,000. It was not enough. So we had to take money from some of the teaching and learning materials we get, and for make sure say we provide the materials for this exam. Now, was it perfect? No, it wasn't perfect, because the last of them are 2014.
Yeah.
Yes. But what is interesting, Usa, we did now, since that's not the question we asked, just Monday, we spend an enormous amount of time in the leadership team. They even reflect on what they happen now in terms of the life practical, and we don't begin plan what we need for get in place for make sure say some of the challenges that we'll get this year. And by the way, it has worked very well, with a few teething problems, but we did look.
You hear from Valaban and they pay the amount that they pay for the distance. Puja get the same concern. Cambia, they had to use boats to cross to go to some other places.
Lamrata, I release you program before I come. You said they say these things are not perfect.
Yeah.
Now me not tell you say. Now 2014 we do even the capacity within the ministry for something we will not do for several years, we not be even get her.
Okay.
You understand? But what is good is that even in not on a national crisis, there are people that will not complain of things. I agree, I accept. But that's why I'm saying to you, not only did we manage that process, that it did not become a crisis. We now they even plan as they speak. We they even think now of having mobile apps. And why they say having not to think. I've been in London 2 weeks ago. The deputy high commissioner give me details of people that will provide mobile labs na different na Nigeria. So I don't take that information there. I discuss it with my leadership team, and I don't give that information there to my chief education officer. Say next year we need to get Andy so that we go address the issue where they raise na Cambia.
Okay.
We go address the issue where they raise na Falaba.
So this is an assurance you're giving the public
Absolutely.
now. Yes,
absolutely. So what we had to do to make sure this not a crisis, we came up with a cluster system. Incidentally, this is a very similar system that they use in Ghana. Me, the chief chair of the Teaching Service Commission, go Ghana recently on a study tour and write me a report. Say that lab business na cluster na they use in Ghana. So no country no get the situation in West Africa, including Nigeria, with all the oil money. Yes, no get the situation where they all get lab na the school. So these are lean times.
Okay.
We have to find new ways of doing old things.
I want to talk about teacher welfare.
Yes.
Very recently, I know there were concerns about subsidies from the Sierra Leone Teachers Union, and also there was a promise of paying for university fees, right? For teachers that we don't take certain time na the system or na the sector, and based on the qualification of them picking them. How much investment is it in teacher welfare, as much as you provide professional training for them? But if the teacher not going to worry about getting enough for pay for him picking at university, or getting enough for take care of him home, it's going to impact quality education pan the school picking. How much investment is in that?
I think quite a lot of investment. Let me start off with teacher welfare. They start off with rewards first of all. Under this government, we don't raise teacher salaries to 85%. For if you day under grade 6 and that point, if you day above that, then your salary then don't raise them by 75%. Is that enough? No. I mean, teachers all over the world will tell you the same, that the money that you pay them not enough. And part of the package is that the Wages and Compensation Commission, they look into the rewards for teachers. The good thing is the former secretary of the Sierra Leone Teachers Union, Naina, the chair of the Wages and Compensation Commission. The chief executive of the commission was the former permanent secretary, not the ministry. So that's one. You don't talk about the training we they give them. I want to also give you a thought. Sierra Leone are the only country in the continent of Africa where we get a collective bargaining agreement. The only country in the continent. Yes? Let me go to 4. I think the fourth one I will say to you, are they support even SLTU? SLTU, for example, don't get some new program there where they help teacher there. Let me just explain this. So then get a loan scheme where then they get very low interest rate for teachers. Let me tell you the significance of that. Why be the TSC? Teacher then they go take loan. Some of them loan shark they charge over 300%. Yes, so that process not all government na in do, but SLTU they do. Yes, in terms of other welfare issues, there are other things where they do where I don't want to talk about right now because they are in the making. But the welfare of teachers is of course of primary importance to us. But now go to something where you mentioned. You mentioned subsidies. I acknowledge that there are teachers that are not in the payroll, and those teachers are paid for through subsidies. I acknowledge that there is a challenge with the payment of subsidies, but one thing I really want the public to understand is that, and I could say this in my own tenure, and I'm sure it was the case before now, we don't pay subsidies fully. We can pay a little, but we don't pay fully. Yes?
You know, can run over and affect the academic year?
No, but if you run over self, we still pay for the previous year. So if you do not take goods and services from somebody, you still go and pay back for them goods and services then they, because the run over we know they carry forward. We know they carry forward, say because we pay you in the first term of the new academic year, we need to pay you that third term day. I want to explain that. Yes, so that thing there with the drum. These are the biggest expenditure in that 21% we they talk. Let me just explain that 21%. A large proportion of it, they go to three main components. One, subsidies. Two, teachers' salaries. And then the third, now school feeding. Yes, so when you talk about infrastructure self, that's where we have some challenges with infrastructure. But since I've just mentioned infrastructure, there is something else I want to talk about. One of the other challenges that we don't get with infrastructure, since you mentioned this, is that in addition to the current stock we will get, two things that affect me now. One is school fires, which is a problem for us. Some of it, when we investigate them, it come as a result of either land disputes. Others, it come as a result of people that we don't install cheap solar. So over the weekends, it overheat. Nobody know they know the place. It catch fire. Yes, so that is a big thing, because once you see even the limited resources we'll get, once you see that they affected by fire, then una don't reduce.
They get a sadness of Nyapui school, another fire incident yesterday or so.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely. So this is why I raised the issue of fire. You get benevolence, you get several other schools.
I asked earlier about university.
I just want to go back to this infrastructure, since we don't talk about her, but I just want finish on this. The other challenge we get with our infrastructure is the effect of climate change. So now we have freak floods where they damage some of them building in the. We also have excessive heat where make some buildings then not really conducive for learning. And the third is that we have storms, strong winds, where they blow up.
Falabana, one place, and get a school we affected very recently.
Not to Falabana, no more self. I think Potlock self get the same and waiting. So I know these are issues that they come, but to tackle that issue, because I want we also know that we not run from these problems. You know, when in Didi we do try for fend. So one of the things they will do when they do the national determined contribution for environment, we also put education there for the first time. The reason why we do that, we believe it will give you access to climate smart financing. So this is something I need to engage the Ministry of Environment. We don't talk about it, but we know able to get them for meet it, and also me and Candid, they talk about the issue then they as well. So what I'm saying is that these problems are there. but we are tackling them.
What's in the situation with the promise of the university payment for teachers there?
Okay, the promise of the university payment, I think we had a challenge in the numbers that came up in the first instance. So there was an accommodation which was reached between the unions for, say, then go extend the qualification period. But as I speak, there was a cabinet paper which was presented by the Minister of Technical and Higher Education. And so I would say watch that space when that will be represented.
Will it be soon? It'll be long.
I wouldn't want to take the challenge of answering for her.
But what's in the challenge? Are the resources not there, or na the system not prepared well or planned well? What's in the challenge? We don't delay that promise.
I think the numbers.
It's too much than what you know been expect.
Yes, I think so. But as I say, there was an accommodation which was reached, which was agreed by all sides that that's a sensible approach forward.
Okay. Let's watch this video quick. We can talk about examination malpractice and all of that. We don't be a very serious concern, I'm sure, for the ministry and other partners in the sector. My colleague Emmanuel Boa been put this report together. Let me take them quickly.
We in be open the new NATCA head office na Freetong. President Julius Marabio accused school them, combra them, and YX say then they promote examination malpractice. As in say, then they cheat on them and the nation.
Minister of Civic Education, you have a huge task on your hand. Parents are helping their children to cheat. Schools are helping their students to cheat. And I will stand here and say, even WAEC is helping our children to cheat us. Yes, we have to change this. It will not help us. We are going down.
President Bio won't combra them for stop for allow examination malpractice. As he say, education don't easy. More way AI don't come.
Digital transformation is here. AI is a civilizational revolution, and we should be ready to support our children. Stop teaching, poisoning our kids with those old knowledge that matter not anymore. And parents, stop buying answers and helping your children to cheat. You are cheating me, you are cheating our future, you are cheating this nation.
Combra them we Truth Media talk to, don't admit say, yes, then they pay big money during public exam, and then say, these don't they monitor them.
Like me, so we picking for go sit once last year, I pay for campaign at 2 million for go camp. You know, pass. For go sit, I know how much I've been they pay, and then they always say na free education, and by then I under free education, but the money I spend, they pass that free education day, and then they all me picking up pass. So this year self I'm not able to get that money day again, or let go camp or let go sit again.
One papa say in pikin refuse for sit the exam until we in be buy for am phone. They add say they ask combra them they contribute AB1 inside examination malpractice, but not to their will.
For phone, if you say you refuse to go, because I've tried to get phone for him. I ask him now. You want to tell me say this phone? I put everything when it's to the house. No, to teacher and you send all things at the phone now, and the phone you send everything for me. This phone you go to the exam hall, you say yes, you go to the exam hall. So when they play exam, how is the beginning of it? People never watch you. How comes if you can't teach you for thing like that?
Another combra don't question the work where invigilator them and self people really monitor exams can do.
One thing I get for say before examination they start na any hall, any school, then you get some invigilators. Invigilators them when they send for observe the exam. Then you in at the hall, some then you in at the gate, some then you do within and outside the compounds them. So my idea if something they come on or something they go and win a wrong thing, I think so then people are need for be responsible, because if they send invigilators them for observe the exam, they work very well. I don't think if malpractice can take place. But if anything take place, maybe them people need to be responsible.
As all this dey be, former principal for Government Rokel Secondary School, wey same so happen for be former chairman for Conference of Principals of Secondary School, Sylvester Mew, don also confirm say malpractice dey carry on at school dem and don call for one committee wey go help for raise awareness bout am and for address the issue bout phone na schools.
I know say because of this hardship, when you say free quality, the number don increase considerably. But every school you go, they get teacher wey don dey on payroll. That na one of the major thing we don create problem. We go for talk to parents them. We go for talk to school authorities about this phone business within our school. Even the present ones, they don't see plenty phone na pikin their hand. Even so, area DCF, they go find out say principal na lungi, then go olam say involved per exam malpractice. A wear school uniform.
Although government be don ban school camping for public exam, Sylvester Mew say the practice still dey carry on and people for tap am.
We need to form a committee made up of seasoned people, preferably people who have been chief examiners or team leaders at WAEC, who have been principals of schools. They know the responsibilities of principal, they know the role of a chief examiner at WAEC. If we get them committee there, we work on it, and then every radio station for make a program on exam malpractice, it will restore the glory of Sierra Leone.
Over the years, plenty concern dem don dey come up say WAEC dey seize results. Most of the result dem then associate am to suspected examination malpractice. With the call of the president for make Kumbra dem tap for pay for answers, Sylvester Mew say because teacher dem no get better pay and as access to education don expand, teacher dem dey na schools dem wey no dey on payroll and government for ensure say dem put dem on payroll, and this na one way wey im say go help for tap examination malpractice. Truth Media be take them forget the side of WAEC but not be able to get response. We go give update on this as new thing dem dey come up. For Truth FM, Emmanuel Boa the report.
Many thanks to Emmanuel Boa for that report. Mr. Minister, it started with the president coming out and saying parents, school authorities, even WAEC, people where they conduct the exam. What's in the ministry they do? I know this has been a concern. I've been to talk to Alfonso and I tell him, I remind him the last. I remember the previous administration, it was the same concern about examination malpractice. We've been made and carry SS4. Well, later it was removed with this government come. What's in the you don't hear the different voices. What's in a government in position? What in the ministry they do for addresses?
Well, first of all, I think the president was very right for make the statement we make. If you think about examination malpractice and corruption in the sector of itself, it is not new. They are very are they on record on some of these issues. I don't take decisive action. You may recall that about 1 or 2 years ago, we suspended principals from 7 grade A schools for extorting money from picking them, and that included my own school where I go. So there is no fear of favor in this. Last year, we suspended 58 school leaders for issues around exams. So we have been taking some very clear measures on this. I want to go back to the president's statement because I think it's important. You see, the president, you notice that when the president talked about this, he directed his call to the Minister of Information. This is because we have a carrot and stick approach as to which people like you say. The carrot is for raise this concern to the wider public for tackle this problem. Now we all get for doing. So we did do into a civic education campaign in the first instance. That's the carrot. For say, as a patriot, as a citizen, if somebody tell you to do something wrong, you cannot do them. You understand? Because you are also accountable. Yes? If teacher tell you say we can't give money for exam, you know say that ain't no right. Let's be personal about this. I can't see how me to go ask Mama Saki or Papa Saki, say for go get money or for go buy mobile phone for go take exam. This slap wey dem go give me sef.
Yeah.
You understand? I want parents them for no say this not right. And let me just explain why it's not right and why the president director that level day. If they leak paper, somebody go in front of the class, they give the entire class the answers because they don't pay. You not help you pikin because then they seize in paper. The reason why I make them seize in paper, one of the reasons we make them seize papers for exam, na collusion. If we all get the same answer, una all then they seize una paper. If una use AI, so then go na the question, you put her in a chat GPT, it dey give the same answer, una all they write the same answer. And let tell you, wallahi, we dey find that hand out, we dey seize you paper. Now go back to even wetin dey happen abroad. These things are not peculiar to Sierra Leone. In Nigeria, in Ghana, they all get the same problem. As a matter of fact, when we hosted the convention, the WIRE convention, a large part of the discussion will be take place in 2023 was about exam malpractices. And there are various things that people and they use now for make sure say they cover. For example, WIRE they use scanners for make sure say they detect phone. So that parents will talk say in Peking go ask them for buy phone, you know they have that Peking because we go find out. And if we find out, then they seize the result. So when they can seize the result here, the very same society, you have people that they can't tell you, say, oh well, you will have to lift this there over there. But we get for make sure say we maintain the standards in our educational system, for make sure say we maintain the reputation of the exams and the credibility of the exams, and also the certificates as then they go out.
The president talk about WAEC.
Yes.
He mentioned WAEC.
Yes.
You know, and it's worrying and concerning if the body where they conduct the exam, you know, the president can come out openly and say, yeah, they are involved in this. How much, you know, from that perspective, you know, the ministry will work for ensure say this doesn't happen.
No, so for me, I have made this statement yesterday as well, that we'll have a constructive dialogue with WAEC. But I think, for me, I think if WAEC is sensible, if the first gentleman make that statement, then they need to listen, and they need to listen actively. Yes, if I use a business example, there are many successful businesses that have gone out of business because they were not listening to waiting a customer, then they tell them. The government is a client of WAEC. I know, without going into too much detail, that in other countries they have some concerns about WAEC as well. So for me, I think I'm there to support them, but at the same time, as a government, my duty is to maintain standards.
You think we should have our own system because like you said, other countries.
So what I'm saying to you, it will be an extremely expensive system. But what I am simply saying, if you do not listen to your clients, then you will have yourself to blame.
Well, we have a role in who is appointed to lead WAEC here, right? We know
the head of country, not to the country they appoint them, but they have a strategic group what they call the National Committee. The National Committee is chaired by the Chief Education Officer, and the government get nominees in the National Committee. So when I talk about that constructive engagement, it's bringing all of those people together and making sure, and also the chair of WAEC regionally is also a Sierra Leonean. So I think we have a stake in making sure that they listen, and we work in partnership to make sure that if the public they get this big noise about WAEC, then for me, critical friend, I would say to them, the need for listen.
There was a letter, some young people shared a letter with me yesterday. I watched a video of a young man, Patriotic Advocacy Network, and sent a letter to you. They're raising concern about this same examination malpractice, and there was this talk about a paper we leak, the English exam way for happen, but it was cancelled and say because a paper leak. You aware of that?
Okay, I'm glad the way you asked me that question because I want to start the thing with them, but I forget. So I'm glad the way you asked me that day. I think we also get to be very fair because in this country sometimes rumors take over facts. Yes, no paper, no leak.
Okay.
Yes, the paper were flown in early yesterday morning, and there was some logistical challenges with WAEC for getting all the centers. So that's what led to the delay. But no paper, no leak yesterday. I checked it. I saw it on social media, and I checked it. So let me just say that it not happen.
Okay.
But again, let me just say this. So we get people that can, like you talk about this advocacy group, we don't put that kind of statement there out. It is not right. What I introduced when I came into office is a system of accreditation. The reason why we introduced the system of accreditation is because there were too many people going into schools, some of which were not good for the system, and we wanted to regulate them so that we have credible people where they go. And one of the things I will say to this organization, I am not against them. If they want to engage me, please, I encourage them to engage me, because my biggest supporters, you will find it strange, my biggest supporters are these young people advocates group.
Yeah.
And for me, as an older man,
no, you're still young.
For me, as an older man, I'm very pleased, because it say we country get a future.
Yeah.
Because if now the young people, now then they team up stronger one and say corruption should not happen, the country get
Yeah. I mean, people are
if we own generation don't fail there, they're not willing to fail themselves.
Okay.
So me, I go encourage them for engage me, and we if they not get accreditation, then we accredit them, and now do we due diligence before that accreditation.
Yeah. Okay.
But I will also advise them, let them they verify facts before them put out things, because we don't want to discredit the system.
Yeah, I'm sure they will engage you. There are young people who they do lots of the education sector.
Yes.
Then get a lot of young people and within they work with, we are aware of, and I don't see some of the things that within they do. I'm sure they listen and will engage you. One final point on this. Now the teacher, incentive, pin codes, and all of that way they lead to this whole issue. Then reference even a principal who was arrested somewhere in Lunge. How would they address that as well? The involvement of teachers and vigilators and all of that.
Okay, before I answer that question, there was something that I wanted to do. So you would have seen a notice. You would ask me what in the ministry they do. Yes. So you would have seen a notice we come out. We say that we come up with a new bill. That bill they would not put to cabinet to approve them. So we now need for can go parliament. But I just want to just mention a couple of things we go in at that bill. The type of thing that we address things like leakages in examination papers, illegal possession and use of live examination papers, posting and receiving live questions and solutions via internet. It also includes things like multiple registration and registration of unqualified candidates, where I don't know if you are aware that all the school leaders there we submit picking them for take the exam this year, they all sign an undertaking, because this was a big issue for us. Bribery of an examination officers, all of these things will now have penalties. Fabrication and falsification of CAS, that's the continuous assessment grade. So all of these things then we try for put them together. I just want to just give you context. The last bill we'll get on this year was in 1984, the year I take O levels. Yes. That's in the mobile phone no day. That's in the chat GPT no day and AI no day. So with a look at emerging trends and responding to that with this new bill. Also, there is a convention where we get all the penalties. That penalties they then put them together in 2003. So we on bill currently, the 1984 bill, not even reflect the thing within that convention. So now this new bill will address that. This is critical in terms of addressing this issue, because we go from that carrot and now we move to the stick. So I just want to make family they know, and this one now all the parties. Of course, we not go criminalize a young Peking we old 12.
Okay.
So I want that.
How about the issue of the incentive for teachers?
Yes.
The teachers and they will complain about pin codes and not they on pin codes. Then they provide. Now then they invigilate. Now then they teach. Now then school say
our advice is often don't take teachers that are not that are on that are not on the payroll for doing vigilation, because that the way that we can address the issue then. But also let's go back to this tier they talk that the society, what in the president they say, the society, the education business, no man business. But me parents, me mama and papa, then I be teacher. I know say in the 80s, they not be they pay them for 3 or so months. They are not corrupt. As they go around,
that's a different generation.
But the values go beyond generations.
But these are the people we have in the system. But that not justify say because they not pay them, but that they lead to corruption. That they lead to them wanting incentive if they are in the system.
But I beg you, let me get to set of values.
No, I agree. I accept.
Go back. So this is what we are trying to engage people on. Yes. That's why we
but
say
una get obligation. Let's accept that. Una get obligation and responsibility.
I just said to you that our advice is that you use teachers on payroll. To limit that possibility of somebody who not there on payroll and therefore they find an incentive for survive.
Okay.
This is what we are saying. That's all I'm saying.
Let's take the time for conclude this conversation. Let's take some comments on our Facebook page because I'll be asking people for ask question if they get and anything. This one say let government increase teacher salaries. That is another way to combat the problem of examination malpractice. Mobile phones should not be allowed in exams if another one say yes, okay. This is some information about the examination malpractice. This other one say, Lamwana, I can tell you for sure the parents are the major problem in school malpractice, the teachers, and of course why a sad situation we face as a nation. Invigilators are asking pupils for money at examination centers. That's an allegation. Another one say, Mr. Minister, what can 2,000 leons do to a family in a month? When you are here provoking teachers with this, you want hygiene and malpractice free in examination, teachers should be paid better. This one said the minister is solution focused. We admire his honesty in addressing the issue. Salient education is not perfect, but we are making some significant gains. Honorable Minister, keep up the good work. Managing education in the midst of resource challenge and high public expectation makes the sector to be non-resilient. Okay, I want to take some questions. Teachers got bills to pay, owing them causes difficulties for them in their families and can negatively affect their morale, which can affect their performance. In the end, it is the children that suffer. Mr. Minister, how about the school subsidies? Una the meet on obligation, someone is asking. Okay, thank you, Honorable Minister, for your dedication to improving education and creating better opportunities to our pupils. The Minister is not saying here everything is right or bright and beautiful, but doing his best to make things happen. Somebody did say for invite kids. I really want to take some questions. I mean, don't see some questions. Okay, this one said there is no reflection on the ground on most of the things you're talking about, Mr. Minister. What is the situation of school monitoring and how much do you go to schools to understand what is happening? Also, another one, they say, also please ask him about timely payment of teachers and teacher salary. The minister go comment on that. This other one say, I want you to please ask the minister, are teachers more, especially the unpin coded teachers, if they are not part of the minimum wage as prescribed in the bill towards pay in this country, because on pin coded teachers are receiving 300 leons, which is way below the minimum wage. That is what this person is asking. Say teacher, then they will receive 300 leons. Please ask about teachers' qualification. Another question is, I would like the minister to talk on what has the ministry done to safeguard girls removed from schools to go into Bondo Bush missing school. That might have from Alima to, I think I need to ask that question. I'll take one final question from Sophia Binsi. Okay. Mr. Minister, are you aware of the shortage of English language teachers? According to the SLTU, other faculty teachers like history teachers are substituted for English. They are complaining of entry requirements into university and the high school English language modules are not tailored to meet with university requirements. Yes. Sophia been make a okay. Our students who don't have lodging places and have to return to wait for the next practicals in a community where majority of the population are not working, it's a real strain for our families in Pujeun. This is from somebody in Pujeun. We'll take them comment and we get other guests there together can talk to them.
The comment them Boku,
yeah, them plenty.
A little bit, but let me just go back in terms of the salaries and waiting. As I say, there is a process through the wages and compensation and commission, and as I don't rightly say to that the former secretary of the Sierra Leone Teachers Union and the leader, and you know, get no better advocate than that person. So that's one. I think there is also the issue of English language teachers. Yes, I'm aware of English language teachers. It was something that came up now this national dialogue will get. It would not put some modalities in place for address that. One of which is for us get subject teachers associations and all of that. We talk about the life practicals. We not do this from 2014. This is not the first step with the drum. There are lessons that we need for learn. In quality education, quality assurance in education speaks to a concept called continuous improvement. If we not get it right this year, we go make sure say we improve on what we will do this year for next year, and we don't start that planning. I think there were some other pertinent questions
about teachers' salary. Somebody they said unpaid code teachers they receive 300.
No, but that is I think something that the wages and compensation
commission they address. There were question about let's see. Maybe I can run through some of them again.
And as you do them now, just do them quick fire.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you get the question.
They say the Honorable Minister, the Patriotic Advocacy Network will share with you our findings and solutions. Looking forward to engage you. Okay, now
I'm looking forward to that, and I want to engage.
So there's this other Minister. What concrete time-bound step is your ministry taking to address the chronic shortage of qualified teachers in English, mathematics, and sciences? I think you don't talk about that as well. This other they say, why can't teachers be paid 5,000 and above, as it is too much to ask for all their salaries? Somebody may talk say 2,000 is small and therefore take care of their families. That is, you don't talk about the wages and compensation commission. Mr. Minister, can you work for more than a year without pay? I heard you mention that our parents were teachers but they didn't collect bribes. Somebody been they ask about teacher salaries and delays. Is that happening? I think that has been long.
That let us something.
Yeah.
Then they know they happen. Then I can tell you that and they for free. From when we then at the commission, and I know the current chair, they do the same. Government, the first people that government they pay our teacher there. Honestly, they pay teacher them before minister there. Yes.
So the teacher
I tell you that for free.
Okay.
Government they pay teachers before ministers.
This one, as a Sierra Leone should treat examination malpractice as a civic concern. It is a civic.
Well, this is exactly what I'm saying myself. It is a civic concern.
But somebody needs to take the lead.
No,
we should.
No, that's what. But that's the tone a good leader does. And let me tell you something. And you know, some people and they say, "Oh, well, the president don't wait 7 years." The night they say this. No, there was even a presidential task force on corruption before under David Francis. Under David Senge, they had a communique at the side. So this has been ongoing, and the president has been a constant voice in all of this.
Okay.
So really. That's why he set up the civic education ministry, and that's what he's given it. Now that's the charge them for do.
Okay, this other one say, Mr. Minister, you have to check the rampant opening of private schools which don't have qualified teachers and lack the capacity to operate as a school.
It's a valid point. It's something that we are looking into.
Okay,
but there's one more thing. This issue about monitoring and what have you.
Yeah, monitoring. Yes, somebody has school.
It's critical. There was about 160 school quality assurance officers. For 13,700, we have just added 220 to that, so roughly they go to about 400. But even that number is not enough. This is why I go back to this there. Your best custodian of quality, not the school leader. So we are looking at ways of a means of augmenting that part of it. That quality assurance person is just the camp for reinforcement in the school leader they do. And that's it. We get new methods of making sure that they're harmful. If we get 1,000 school monitors, if they are also corrupt, you still not get the same thing. So we need mechanisms, and that's what we are working on. right now to make sure that we hold people to account. Accountability. If you listen to the president's statement, it talks about accountability. I can categorically tell you that the reason why we get 1,040 schools that upload with no school left behind this year is because the approach I use this year is for say with all the district directors, you are personally held accountable for your district. If that school not away, then you force at the begin with. Yes.
So from the ministry angle to the school authority,
we are very clear.
Okay.
We are very clear. But let me. I know you want to go.
Yeah.
But I left with one something.
Yeah.
They might have seen a clip where they go around for some people that will go.
Oh, you gonna appeal yesterday? Yes, yes. I saw the video.
Now pure grown, and then they dealing drugs. And
Yeah. You know, another I want to end with. I want to ask about school safety because I will ask you this question. In the answer here, generally we'll talk about. Are you going with that? I tell you about the school now, Pujen, we collapse.
Yes.
Picking die day.
Yes.
And we see Falaba.
Yeah.
You mentioned put local, the roof don't go, and then they ask for help.
Yeah.
And I see that video of you going to Prince of Wales yesterday around there, who side people and they sell drugs. School safety for if somebody sending Peking go school, they get this assurance say me Peking safe side they and the school authorities and go take care of her and conducive environment as well.
Yes. So let me end with this. So the Prince of Wales thing, we see as in a problem. We direct the national coordinator. We approach the national drugs and police and all of that. Then get a community engagement. So it was a community action, not a government action, but an action that was facilitated by government. And then they don't clear them. So there is a clip going around with that.
Yeah, I saw that.
And we will continue for Dudandi in any school we call we for Dudandi or any school where we get access to. Somebody be mentioned earlier on say if I go to school, I go to I go to more school than most people. I go in at the most remote side. Yes, but let me look at school safety. You know, for streets there were 2 kids that were died from and I also nobody want to put. I really mean a parent. Yes.
Somebody they ask if you picking in a public school and they go.
Let me say this. I mean a teacher picking. Now state school then can we go, and that state school they are more thorough than even people that go private school. I think if people then can afford for send them picking then go private school and no hold nothing against them for do that. As a matter of fact, I encourage private schools because we compete with them. And let me give you a classic example. 3 years ago, I go to a robotic competition when I 2 private schools then they compete. When I done that robotic competition day, I remember somebody from AYV interview me and say, Mr. Minister, these are private schools. Where are the state schools? I made a promise that the next year we will get this. Now state school then go they compete with the private schools. 3 years on, this year we get a competition, robotics competition, Bintumani. There were 22 schools. From that 22 schools. First prize, St. Edwards, state school. Second prize, both school, state school. So private schools, then we for compete with them, and that's my own posture on these things. So
the rents and the schools that were affected with.
So again, going back to this, one we don't review we comprehensive safety policy for include health and safety for respond to what happened at Dartford Street School and for what happened at Dartford Jones School. But in addition to that, we also have sexual and gender-based violence. The type of measures that we would bring into the system right now is similar to what you will get now the most developed country where they can get the disclosure and the barring process. So right now, when we recruit teacher there, we do police check. If teacher run away with an investigator with that biggest problem. No, if you run away with the post to name na gazette. Because we don't want you for reappear in other district, you go work with Pekin or you then go work now other health or social services. We do that and we get the backing of the Ministry of Justice. The Ministry of Justice now do second somebody to the Teaching Service Commission. So we also the increase with prosecution rate. So that now for safeguarding issues. So we take this very seriously because I always look at what happen in school if na me picking me
Yeah. Finally, what's your message to parent them and what's your hope for this sector? Like we start, all of us you ministry get direct impact to wetin dey happen with we picking them, we fumble them. Connected, we all connected to the education system in this country. Me, like I start to say, I wish the free quality education could be legislated. It be a law where any government will come go invest in a more and go be policy where then they use for campaign message say we go add more money per education and make them better. Yeah. Because if it better, now we all the benefit. If it go bad, it affects you all. But what's in your message to parents and the public?
Well, three things. Firstly, the free quality school education is law, in the sense that it did the Basic Education Act of 2023. Yeah. So that incidentally, if you look on social media, Zambia itself just legislates for a free quality school education, mirroring what we do now at Salon. So we are one of the first countries that we don't do that. The second thing also are the big, them mama and papa are the big old parents. Education all man business. If teacher tell you for do wrong thing, can't put them. If you not believe self say me go take the action, go put on an ACC at the big una. We get a free line 8060. Without una help, we cannot solve this problem. And that's not the message where the president himself they give. We cannot sit down all now they talk about all the things where they go wrong, but when it comes to the evidence, we not get much. So again, you mentioned that teacher where they say then see he not go sit. Apparently he put in name as a placeholder, then he bring a substituting name with other picking name for go take the exam. I read that on social media. Now, Mr. Mew talker, I contact Mr. Mew directly. He refer me to the PRO na WAEC. The PRO na WAEC don't give me a written thing. I don't want to say too much because it's an active investigation, but I don't refer the case to the TSC. Okay. DOSECA will take action if we find that person they guilty, enough fit for be school leader. Okay. So we go take action. If now we own staff, we go take action. I just they appeal to now. Now we no more get for make this country. I like what you be the talk before I come. Now the same appeal that they make. Now one country we get. The quality of we life in the future, because we all meet all. The quality of we life all. That the generations of leaders that we create. And then in the education system na in the do. So me na bigger the big una. Let una no can, let una get another meeting like this where they talk all the thing wrong. But una still, when teacher say give 5,000 or 500,000, you give 500,000 for make you picking pass. Please, una put then teacher there, we go take the action. Una put WAEC, if WAEC the do, we go take the action. Una put the people that are in ministry, we go take the. If I not take the action, then una come for me.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Minister Conrad Saki, Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. That's been an interesting conversation. Most times, whether you can try for now for lay people and get opportunity for understand what's in now the challenges and what's in government they do for address them. You know, and as well, people and get concerned. The education sector they affect we all, and the effort we all go make for make them better. Now go make it be better, but una get the role for play the leadership and how you lead, and with sincerity, accepting the challenges and telling people what you do, people will understand. But thank you so much. We'll take a quick break. We can talk to our next guest and continue for stay with me.
Proudly Sierra Leonean, proudly progressive.
Have you heard of J-Man Group of Companies? Building businesses, creating opportunities, and driving national growth. J-Man, building the nation. Excellence and service in every step.
Fueling the economy and powering the future with J-Man Petroleum.
Protecting lives, businesses, and investments with J-Man Insurance.
High-quality tires and motor spare parts from J-Man Motors.
Guaranteed safety and protection with J-Man Security. J-Man, together we rise, empowering people, changing lives.
As an indigenous company, creating jobs, supporting communities, and contributing to economic development.
Innovation, integrity, excellence, service.
J-Man Group of Companies, proudly Sierra Leonean.
Proudly building the future.
J-Man Group of Companies, your trusted partner for progress.
For more information, contact us at 2 Adelaide Street, Freetown, or call 090-580-001.
expression of interest (EOI) for provision of logistics services. The World Food Programme (WFP) is the world's largest humanitarian organization. WFP has been providing assistance to food insecure communities across Sierra Leone since 1968. Scope of service. WFP is inviting interested companies to join its current shortlist for the provision of services listed below within Sierra Leone: clearing and forwarding, transport service, food and non-food items, transport and crane service, unskilled labor services, pest control, skilled labor, manpower. Interested companies can deliver company profiles and collect a WFP questionnaire at the below address not later than Thursday, 18th June 2026. WFP Office, 6A Rena Drive off Wilkinson Road, Freetown. For any enquiries, please send email to john.babao@wfp.org, aisha.kamara@wfp.org. This announcement is not a tender and rates for services are not requested at this stage.
I run a small logistics company. Every cent counts. I didn't think I needed a fuel card until I got the Cornex fuel card. Now, I track exactly how much fuel my fleet uses, in real time. And when my wife or kids need fuel, no cash, no stress. It's safe, accepted nationwide, and I control how much goes on each card. At the end of the month, I see the savings, real savings. Cornex fuel card. I didn't know I needed it. Now, I can't run my business or family without it. Fuel smart. Live smart. Visit any Cornex filling station to sign off, or any Cornex office to get your card.
Welcome back. This is the Tooth Morning Devotion on Tooth FM 103.9 with the broadcast live from the studios na Ilkot na Freetown. It's raining up here actually at the Yaridi sound. It rain up this part. I don't know how it's like na your area, you know, but stay safe whatever the situation is. And we can talk about protecting women and girls. We can look at waiting at the role where women advocate them. Don't they play, you know, in protecting women and girls and opting out they're doing for protect women and girls in this country. I get the pleasure for welcome at the studio for the very first time, Madam Anita Kuma, when the founder and country director for Girl Child Network Sierra Leone. Good morning, Madam, and welcome.
Good morning, Lamrana. Thank you for having me.
It is a pleasure having you. I also get at the studio. Nasu has been here. We don't eat per mount together now. Not call per mount no more. Yes, but I get Nasu. Madam Nasu, we now be the former gender advisor to former President Kuma, and also now somebody we don't advocate for women and girls and now the country. Good morning, Nasu, and welcome.
Good morning, Lama. Good morning, Truth.
It is a yes, it is a pleasure having both of you for get this conversation. You know, we can get a conversation on protecting women and girls, preserving culture and tradition, and the advocacy against female genital mutilation (FGM). That is the conversation that is ongoing now. There is a big issue. The First Lady for Bingo, now the UK, well, in spokesperson saying I am not because of the petition make. You know, they go and I'm back out of but we are Sierra Leoneans. Anita, were you part of those who sent that petition against the First Lady?
Yes, I signed it.
So why una do that? Why you and the other advocate then do that?
Well, for we as leaders on this anti-FGM campaign, we believe say there was a time where the First Lady go Kenema. We don't work so long or so far now with so ways them, even in that district and other areas, for make them see raising. We NAFAP, because we get Forum Against Harmful Practices, about 30 or 32 organizations coming together for more say end FGM. The whole thing is zero tolerance. So for we believe say we don't go far. We're not there against culture. Because we believe say the culture want for put them na the FGM one pull inside the bundle. I want make and clear.
Adults get right for do with waiting they want for do with in body, right? Do you agree to that?
I agree to that, but wait till me they tell you that fact where they bring so we say FGM for common inside Bondo. Internationally, nationally, government don't sign all the instruments. They agree say then for ban FGM inside Bondo. We they encourage the Bondo now make we do the alternative rights. Me we sit on at 2011 when I come. I they do girls conferences now behind the slogan we say celebration without cutting. That is what I started. I did 100 girls every year into a 7 days confinement in hotels. We bring speakers, we teach them different things, they understand about leadership, they look at different things about hygiene and everything. At the end of the day, I host a banqueting where they wear dresses from graduation, things, they are princesses and queens.
Madam Adita, is it not about choice with an adult choosing what they want for do with them body? Is it criminal? Is it criminal if somebody choose say me an adult, now this I want to do with my body and I get right for do it what I want for do?
Lamarana, I'm a professional, it's about choice. But what is happening in Sierra Leone? Even the picking away then they say picking would not, now picking and they suffer. We go there ignorantly. When I go there 13 years, I say no, I can't go anymore because me, I come out from the lineage of sorry mommy, now mommy papa. So when I know, I say no, it has to stop. From there, I begin to talk about that. I say no to it. So if you get right, there are laws where govern we for protect lives, the helpless one them, the one that we're not able to talk, even you able to talk. Yes, it's about choice. I can't be fool about it. For me, I can't sit on no. I'm a professional. You have a choice to that. But I cannot promote thing where they harm somebody well enough for tell you say if you go there now this they happen. So now like I explain.
So specifically with the first lady where on a petition against, like I say they reiterate again, she's come out and don't say they agree say underage picking below 18 should be initiated. And agree say any woman for be forcefully initiated or circumcised or then do FGM pa. Is that not enough for her as somebody within as a citizen of the country, as a woman, as a first lady, we don't come out and say they condemn forceful initiation and underage initiation?
Yes, I will say where this happened now. After all the talk then, from her coming, she was in Vancouver, where women deliver, get the acts, then put on day. We get videos.
No, but in that meeting, the video in that meeting, she clearly said, original for being initiated.
Yes, I know. But what I'm saying, it tell you say in a circumcised woman, you know they talk against circumcision. Everybody for good day if you want for good day. So if he can't tell you, we self we campaign, we talk about it, we say no to FGM, and internationally there are instruments where every government come they know say instrument and the way the previous government they don't sign for say we don't agree say with the ban FGM, now we country them. So if the government still they play with the emotions, more people and they die, more picking and they die, more adults and get forced into it. So the one statement where make we think say it has to begin somewhere. You cannot be on the one side saying end child marriage, teenage pregnancy, answer for girls, but you give the so way they leverage are they with una anything una they are they. The so way you work now for court. So in not get no other work now for court. So we don't galvanize the so ways them. Hey, the bloodless guys don't happen in Abo, it happen in Moyamba, it happen in Tonkolele, it happen in Potloko. Not to one, not to two, Bombali, me just do in December. We don't get them on board, say, with the IBAM. We give them alternative rights now their life. Then they do VCLAs, then box, then they do agriculture, as they talk now get over 5 or 6 acre land where then they work now yesterday, then they plant and casada, then they do this. We give them alternative. For me, they no say, this court, now pulpa and the bodo, but the drums will beat and we do everything. Go on my Facebook page. You they see how we embrace culture to tell them but let the FGM stop. Let us be
so
real
this
about
whole
it.
thing, the first lady in the statement talk about engagement. You know, she's open to engagement and get a conversation around this. And we don't get a conversation about this. I remember the last time I asked Nasu, who say we go converge, human and go converge and get an understanding. Say, okay, we get this group of people where they say this, where not they accept say underage picking and somebody for be forcefully initiated. But we get this other group where they say, yeah, the practice is bad, we should not encourage it. Who's not go able to converge? What's in the conversation on that?
With the conversation, Lamran Allah tell you, I think there was a point where FAB, we're not a one organization, no, 30 write letter to the first lady, say we want to meet with her. You know, ever respond to we. So the accusation about us not talking, not want to meet to work with her, that is just like another story from nowhere. We don't do and not get back to we. We open to a conversation. Nasu sitting here. We don't me and her, we don't talk, we don't, not even me and her. Different times here, we don't meet, we don't talk, we they talk about girls, we they talk about women, we they talk about development. If we all come together, there was a point where they bring a strategic plan. Nasu was the advisor to the president. The ministry they under social welfare by them where they not divide them. Then work on all that document. UNICEF, all the big organizations, then come to that strategic. We all agree say it's a stepping stone for us to start. Let you begin. It's a culture. Is a practice where we not go say forcefully power. But you know how many years that strategic plan only do under? Where we get for agree not to say we can't say power. We're entering point any how we go by FGM, white people and they listen we not go disrespect them. We give them the leverage from what they explain. The so way they even help we for understand say, not so then are the problem. The problem is the parents. The so way tell you say, if Komra no give me pikin, I'm not gonna use for go take him picking. We say, oh, there's a point. We look at the strategic points on advocating. We parent them, made them stop, made them allow the picking, and made them go to school, made them spend the money to them picking. The so way they own our lively. We say, okay, we they give una this, we give una that. Now then they agree. All man say, are they me waiting? So if we all come, the ego around the oh me I no want to talk to you know me. We know the day. May we call the conference, may them come together. Let we go discuss, may you understand. You they come on. So we don't understand we say. You don't say na this, you don't say na that. So the question about not us, 30 organization don't want to get a no is not the question.
Okay.
Then we all agree from what we see say. This is the point.
Okay, we want to Nasu, but so they get some small issue with the mic. Could they take a quick break and try for fixing mic quickly? Simon, take a quick break, please.
In the heart of Sierra Leone's dynamic rhythm, Rocal Commercial Bank is your beat to a brighter financial future. We're not just a bank, but we're your financial partner committed to your success. We've got the financial tools you need to rise higher. Our team is here to serve you with speed and a smile because your time matters to us. So, are you ready to unlock financial prosperity? Highlighting key banking services such as Keke loans, Combo account, fixed deposits, SME loans, internet and corporate banking, from savings that grow your dreams to loans that fuel your ambitions. Demonstrating fast and friendly customer service. Showcasing cutting-edge banking technology and ATMs. Access your money anytime, anywhere with our state-of-the-art technology and a network of ATMs. Our Rocal SIM Copper app puts banking in your hands, where you can pay for EDSA, Afri Money, Orange Money, and pay bills including school fees and make transfers to other bank accounts. Remember, you can also experience Rocal e-banking today. Then join us now. Visit any of our branches or explore our website. Rocal Commercial Bank, your bank of choice.
The National Protected Area Authority (NPAA), wey na the office wey government set up for look after protected area dem na the country, dey warn all man wey dey buy land, build house, cut stick, burn charcoal, mine, cut mangrove na the wetland
up the hill dem
for tapa one because the law go bet you tranga one wey you go pay boku money or go jail, and sef you go pay the money, and same way so you go the jail. So no say they no warn you, na for the tomorrow bambai. So if you see person they do them bad thing there na the wetland or protected area na the country, na for report them na the National Protected Area Office where they near you. So if we see caterpillar or motorcar them where they go back filling the wetlands them, we go seize them, and the law go bet you tranga one. So protect the environment for protect yourself.
This message comes to you from the National Protected Area Authority (NPAA).
Welcome back. This is not the Truth Morning Devotion. We don't get Nasu in my con. Good morning, Nasu. Good morning and welcome. I see, then days here you share. I read the document. You share something where you don't go through, and I think it was the same petition against you some time ago, and all of that. And what do you think about this conversation presently? I know this is something. I mean, the time you say I can recall. There was a time when I attended an event na Syke Street. Mm-hmm. I think you've been there, you and then. Yeah. It was Manja Kagbo we coordinates that event there.
Right.
I was there as one of the reporters, and then with them be invite you and so with them be get a meeting. I've been there at that meeting there.
During around maybe elections.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the conversation what they get now and waiting on the happen. Waiting as somebody who don't serve as gender advisor, Anita just mentioned some of the engagement that women don't they get. Waiting are you position on waiting they happen right now?
Very sad. But let's start with you. First question. We not so probably a link to waiting the First Lady go through and the strategy where some of we sisters they don't take in this advocacy. It's very, very sad. The advocates, the strategy of blackmailing, the tactics of bullying, intimidation, and for silent voices. So then documents, which is not this waiting for me. So yeah,
you bulky document.
This is a report from the Lord Commissioner. Okay, now the House of Lords. Me sit on a salonaya. Okay, and I wish not to Anita Bindi. Now one of them woman then we actually do this, and because it's a public document, I go call a name. I've always called it Rugi Nene Ture and the likes of the Alima Tudimoni Kenny. Then go right to a Baroness Tong. Now the House of Lords, because I take picture like what I can't say, so then picture who can take. I post them na social media. We go for go discuss abortion. And not be the first time I don't even post picture of me and that woman. In fact, the very first time I ever meet that woman, Alimatu and Janet File, now they introduced me. But this is how they can come to like people like we. Once you get certain status, then they come that nice way there. And I will take Anita out of that because I've worked with Anita, not because she's sitting here. In fact, I think I even comment on her page yesterday. And another woman, Syrian, you understand, we and them can play, then they then get waiting and they do, but their approach is different. So, me sit down, I put this thing here so. Only this woman care about we talk about abortion rights, even go now Prime Minister's questions time. So some very good work, right? Because the abortion bill they go through all them problems they will get. Lama, the first thing where the people we don't get feedback from the Prime Minister. However, we get a letter from some anti-FGM campaigners from your country and around the region. Say they support FGM na your country, and we for disassociate we say from you. So I laugh. So all of that is in here. God taking it forward now, basically just because of time. Then begin they harass this Baroness, because the Baroness come back to me like what they ask Anita for the first thing. Say, well, this woman in work, because I had to send all the work that I've done with the UN then and even with government. Okay, we talk about under age 18. You know, we now we don't begin work parties from 2010. You know what I mean? So I send all of that. So there's something inside this way the woman say, but all this thing that they talk about this woman in work really different. Her position, like what Stephen say, is underage. She's totally against it, and you don't work on policies. You don't work very hard on this. But her position is over 18. Why do you have a problem? 9 them begin blackmail the man. It's all in here. Say, oh, you know, you can has zero tolerance if you talk for, and that means say you they support FGM. If you see the email, then can't say now the British High Commissioner. Yeah, you understand? So the woman now, then don't so wait it's a fam. Now the woman grab go write some kind letter to me say me for puts them in Facebook say he not support me visa, and I say I not go to you for FGM business. Waiting you wanna go put something at the page for. Anyway, all that they happen. Another one, that woman grab after they don't bombard and they don't harass them, they don't blackmail them. He take me name, right? He write a letter on the letterhead of the All Political Party Group on Reproductive Health Rights. He na been co-chair. He put on the internet. Lama, as you say, Nasu Fofana, the first thing we been they come, now that's in there. I lost opportunities. For 2 years I defend how forget this thing out. It's all in here. I don't get time. Until one day, Wago UK, I got depressed. I get high blood pressure. You understand? I've been a worker with high blood pressure machine. So I've been need for deal with this. Thankfully, I found some human rights organization, now Belgravia, now the UK. Now they tell me say rights to the Commissioner of Standards. So I go report to the commissioner. He upheld me complaint, say make he investigate. It take almost 2 years for do this investigation. So the moment the commissioner of the House of Lords decide for take me case, he lift an embargo on all communications we carry me name, whether they come out from the people and we been the rights to them. That's where I got the names of Nene, the names of Alimatu Dimoni Kenny, and some other people. So the nine then are this report. So this report is public, even though the names then the reason to make we deduct some of the names them, that because some other people then they will not go and let them name them appear. So now I agree say let them just because they want to do everything. I say no. Let back on a strong and me will name them. So this kind of attack, where you go,
you think this is a wrong approach? It is because when I read what you share, and I know before even you make this document public, we've had conversation where you don't talk. I don't see where you post now how personal this mean and how it affected you.
Yeah.
What do you think say for be the best approach on this? You don't serve as gender advisor. You don't mobilize wisdom and all of that.
We started with the right approach. My first job na the UN, na been for work on this issue. Me too, where you see where I can work as a human rights officer and then later as gender advisor to the ERSG. My job was to one of my job, me too, na been for engage. In fact, they were very deliberate. You understand? For recruit me, they almost headhunt me. And we started Lamrana because then we been get the Sowe Council, there's a National Sowe Council, but they were Freetown-based council. Sowe's. We see there was no structure really for engage Sowe's in a sort of positive way, where then we for come talk. Because before then, Lamrana will not be having this conversation. So through the UN, we worked with UNFPA. UN Women. Mel was with the Minister of Social Welfare. She was the OIC for UN Women. We start with the Western area. We go na the northern region. If I will be going big for them, so they will be there because the other one the way they outside, they're not being sabi them. We did all of that for create a body where people are able for engage with strategically. So that was how we started, and we set up the Sowe councils all over, and then the regional Sowe councils. So that now one way they work really well, and that's why the UN was with us. They work not so boku money people they give nothing. But we find out during those conversations that the Sowes themselves were actually going through issues of gender-based violence. Their knowledge on women's rights was limited to it, because they mean they push them far. So we brought them into the fold. Now then they make that program where we go pass where we begin talk. Now then begin can talk say, well, oh, we will not be no say this 18. That's how the conversation of 18 started. So well, woman we want go because bondo not so for picking. And so we started working with them in a way where through the paramount chiefs, because there's something where all them people the custodians of culture are the paramount chiefs. We not go talk to no Sowe, you understand, where we not engage the paramount chiefs. As I sit here at the forum of female paramount chiefs, because this not a traditional right, this now then gets power over them. Now then they give license, right? You cannot. So everything we engage with respect. So one of the recommendations is you engage with respect, because it's a society, and you cannot even link the rules of the Bondo society and that of the male societies, where now in very, very important. So for me, moving this conversation, the work what we be done do, and whosa we be done get, when and one again the international community, the role of the international community, and I'll say this publicly today, where we don't get this, where we don't get UNFPA and UN Women on board, okay, supporting governments, and of course UNIPSIL then. You know what's happening? Because this is to UNICEF wrote to the UN Secretary General and reports, you understand, and reports UN Women, and reports UNFPA, and report the ERSG that then they support FGM. Yeah, so I said, but wait, so UNICEF when I roll now for protect speaking them. If now we not been done to get this conversation, we don't open the space. There are other women who were also working in this space. So not so saying like Nasu in one green. There was a consortium. Some of them hardcore anti-FGM advocates. I remember late Rosina Mahoy in UNICEF, you understand, but we were discussing at professional levels. There was no malice. Aisata Bayo Sise, these were women who were very, very old. So we will communicate, and we will when we can begin see this whole antagonizing, you understand, attacking, I think it break the trust when we don't build within communities.
So where do we draw the line? There is no law. There is no law where they ban 18.
Thank you.
Along the line, with only engagement there is clearly no political will in addressing this, because the point I'm making is there was a law we go through cabinet. Cabinet agreed and put inside the law say then for criminalize under 18. Yes. Cabinet approved, it went to Parliament, Parliament pull and then Parliament pull a statement saying they know they discuss Bondo safe.
Yeah.
But it clearly shows there is no political will, and we can't be talking about protecting women and girls, so we can't openly come out and say we picking the way under 18, we not for initiate them into Bondo society, or woman who not for forcefully puts them into Bondo.
Okay,
where do we draw the line?
Let me come to that. It's a very important. So when you do work, this now decades old, you understand, centuries old tradition, right? But when you get the practitioners, okay, of the society, so in this case the Sowe, and then you get the paramount chiefs, then the Sowes in 2012, precisely the 31st or the 30th of August in Kenema, through the paramount chiefs, represented by Honorable PCMP Madam Matilaya Yumina, okay, addressed President Kuruma and put together, I have the documents, I think I sent it to you.
Yeah, you shared it with me.
Yeah, and this was their resolution after all these engagements, that we, the Sowes of this country, want for push a legislation against initiation of children. So they not only put say girls, right? And that we go become one of the main people them, you understand, monitors. Governments we too want for long now. Woman we want go after 18 where they not force. We want time for make it carry on, and we not supposed to be government in business. You understand? Because there are other reasons why women they want to be part of rites of their passage. That we were in also as female paramount chiefs We not go even rule with chiefdom them if we not join the society. And so many of these things. So this way we want for like government and the international community do. Now we want cultural centers of excellence. Now all the district headquarters, okay, where we can get with Pekin and maybe they can come in for 2 months so that come on holiday, then go through, okay, the dancing or whatever we want for do. If they get for pay self, then pay. You know, like in a boarding setting. All of these, so not so today, you know what I mean? But they have the authority because then get their module. You know, they grab number, you go begin to say, you go teach people and waiting, bondo without this, bondo without that. No, you don't have that authority.
But again, the point is, so FGM or circumcision doesn't only happen in bondo. So you get other people again, they say, me, I not so bondo I do amo, I'm not gonna bondo.
So again,
so where do we?
So again, that is the thing because that is the thing because me, I always say, I went through my initiation rites of passage, okay, and circumcision was and still is a core module there. All the other rituals are there. I was there for 2 months. My situation is different from somebody where they go na hospital or where they do the other one because we get tribes na this country where they actually based on their own weight itself, no, right, Anita? As Anita they check it, you understand? Then they circumcise picking them when they're young. You understand? But they don't take all of this because we not be one for be divisive, and then all they say na bondo. But there are categories. You understand? There are categories. So this generalization sometimes, and I am against that. Why am I against that?
What make you think there is a lack of some semblance of political will for address?
So let me now make a try for tell you say when Madam Mina, when PC Mina make that presentation, President Kroma agreed. He said, me na man, you understand? If una don't bring this, una deal with them. Nasu, please organize a conference. Let the woman then come. We make a them take a position paper and can go to parliament. Let me tell you what happened. So that the political will. The president, you know the current scope na State House. The president sign. He give an executive order because that's any me units not be don't get in your budget it of 200 million because yes 200 million for now get this national conference and let the Sowe then come with the paramount chiefs them, okay, let we get this document and present them to government. The president did that approval. Lamrana between that time where the president give that approval to the time where they try forget the money. Vamboy is my witness. Would I go? Would I not go? We try for that process day, or it go get political implication and this and that. President Kroma signed 200 million. That money I don't end up getting. Waiting I end up telling me is okay. Now so you know you dey draw too much on the president in budget. Go na finance and go give you own budget. And of course, just within them period and they go. But the Sowes, we are very ready. I will tell you that, you know, authentically, the paramount chiefs of this country, and say if now the woman then bring their recommendation, we will have to follow.
But if President Koma was ready then, he should have said, no, Nation needed this money. He need for implement this project. The woman then non presents to me, the chief then non presents to me, and we need for implement it. That's the political will.
So the political will, we saw that even in the abortion. The political will not only stop with the president. I'm sorry, you know, sometimes we can put too much pressure on the presidency. I've worked in the presidency, and I will tell you that, you know, there are so many other things where they influence the decision. Here we were, the president pushed, I was gender advisor, we got the abortion bill enacted in parliament. It went to the president for signature. The Interreligious Council then revolt. So, and then he had to send it back. So So some of we were the member for good inside and then we get for think it's not so small picking up. So for me, I think where we have lost the conversation and where we need to come back to this conversation. First, I think say people that they try for play the role of the paramount chiefs, you understand, in trying to push this agenda. The decision we cannot move with all the good work where like even Anita they do, you understand. The paramount chiefs then just this, and they look to the female paramount chiefs. Then they look to the female paramount chiefs for leadership. But most of the men, okay, in the male society are also very cautious because there's this thing that if they get the woman society for do this, the next will come after me, will come after us. So we always they discuss the issue of we the woman then with society, in isolation to the male society. And when it comes to societal issues, these two, you understand, the man then, and it's not being the woman then, the woman and it's not being the man then.
Okay.
Because that is what. So I think until we're able to get, so when I talk about political will, when the paramount chief then converge now, then go tell President Bill say
not
touch with society.
If the religious leaders them back say not do am.
So that is where we should have the
Consensus,
again, go back at that level. Not for me and Anita get for do this so. It is at that level, and once it's at that level and they believe that it's been discussed, they agree on it. It has happened during Ebola. I give you an example. When Ebola came at this country and the paramount chiefs were really left out, you understand, in the beginning, the international community, everybody said, we can do this, we can do that. People were dying. I met with the National Council of Paramount Chiefs at the Ministry of Local Government. I tell them, say, what is the role, what thing we get for do? We sat there. I mean, I've been the only woman because, we sit on there. Now I say, okay, Chief Cocker was the head then. Now I say, Chief, what about actually stopping all initiation rites of passage until after Ebola? And they agreed. Now me draft the press release. The press release that went out to you, I drafted it. You understand? So when I get the meeting at State House, now maybe the shape, I don't know if you can meeting there. But when I was walking around with the paramount chiefs, Chief Mima Kajwe to be precise, because now be me and then Chief Cocker, nobody gave them a penny. So any kind of developmental issue where we talk about, where you bound around cultural practices, if you do not engage the custodians of culture, and we feel say because we can holla, we are anti-FGM, we are whatever other nomenclature then give we are going nowhere.
Madam
so
Anita,
that's where we need
Madam,
if we get a conference to finalize, first engaging with respect, right? And that is where we were. So Usai we been there, where then we want to take this go to parliament, to parliamentarians. How do we get back to that? The trust has been broken. How do we rebuild the trust to have those sorts of conversations is what we need to do.
Madam Anita, this conversation don't say. I don't recall on stories of engaging in this. We had an opportunity. We don't get to Gymnasium just don't share experience. Usai, the chief them present to former President Kuma. President Bill in cabinet, there was a cabinet paper before we go parliament, say we for criminalize FGM. Went to parliament remove and then even pull out a statement, say they discuss FGM, not to be business standing. The law come to the president even after advocacy say party are not signed this, he signed it into law and it's not clear. And we they talk a lot about protecting girls, and we've had opportunities for criminalize waiting everybody do agree say should not happen. How do we address this? How moving forward?
Lamarana, let's just go back to Nasu. They talk about engaging the stakeholders. They are the key players. We don't do a lot of conferences for paramount chiefs. Any side what they do with entering points, the stakeholders, they are the key. We know they address woman picking without bringing all the paramount chiefs. In our activities, we don't do a lot of sitting district level, national level, bringing in paramount chiefs. You know the south part of it. The south gets female paramount chief. The north they not get. They only get one boara per one counter where then they bring one chief. And they don't even own that power for me then discuss. So with the southern paramount chief, Lekwena they emphasize like they come in that mommy Matilda. I met her, she's my friend. We talk. From then 2012, Nasu they talk. So I go visit her, I know the village, we go there. We get that kind relationship. But the not get female paramount chief. I have to say this to you, Nasu. So when they come, the male paramount chief, they are the ones who don't dominate. Even bring the power man them, now the north, where now they own this practice. To be frank, now then they control the women. The women then really they into this control on the men. Even that yanka, that one the bush then they make. Now the man then they go planter. Before the woman then go there. I know in total we engage them. Even the bloodless guys will bring big soko man there. Then say, yes, we believe say now this courts, if we pull them, this bondo they work.
But how do you take this conversation beyond just bondo? Because they are tribes, they are individuals where they do them out of the bondo society, out of the bondo bush.
Now in make we they do a stakeholder conferences for them. Stakeholder training. We no ask you tribe. You not the leader. Imam Dede, pastor Dede, woman leader Dede, youth leader Dede. We not just engage them by tribe. We engage them by communities. You see, the community engagement, it helps so much for where we educate our people. That is the inroad we don't make. We don't all, even there is a paramount chief in Moyamba. He is very vocal about it. He stand tall. We get the other one, na Kenema. Instead of stand tall, he say, I'm going to support this. So for we, the conversation, like my sister Nansu is saying, the political will, again, many arms. Yes,
you know, my sister.
Again, many hands.
That one way they talk so, Anita, sorry. Because I want to let you touch on Lande Lamrana, the tribes. Because with some of the areas and then they would get.
Yes.
Okay. So in all of these conversations, I don't know about you, but we not don't get like the Madingos, the Fullers, you understand? We don't get these women. Alive, man.
Yeah, but they are part of our community engagement. They know say they are doing sooner. Me, I tell you say na sooner. Me na madinga picking. Now inside us, me papa sit down at the domoti same picking and no.
And they're full of ladies coming too and talking
they are
about
coming
this.
out. They talk about their
Yes,
experiences. Lamrana, you are so right. What you say, the whole thing is about FGM. You they do anado. Me they do an bush, then they do an house like the south. Na bondo house then get. They be a wells built beautifully. We yes, the academy.
Yes.
We get the bush them. Then they go build now the bush. Then can you go there? Now the north. So now we tell them say, if you don't bring picking, it's really sensitive. From what we say, the woman that would engage them, we don't go too far, Lamarana. In the sense, if the government, the will know they I make every day, the last day yesterday, even with AYV, they own the honors for made them do waiting and don't say.
But what about parliament? Even in parliament, we get
we don't engage
women
them.
in parliament
Yes.
now. We get parliament chiefs
Thank you.
as well.
Then parliament, we don't engage them. Now, so wait. Then get caucus. Then get a caucus.
Yeah.
Even they have a caucus in FGM. We go there. Hey, you, if you see the trouble we break that day. Hey, why if you can call me? Me not day, me not this. Later, the man then control them. Then sit down. Then get the parliamentary. We don't do training. We don't engage them. We give them transport. They say they not get money. We they give them. For men no more than see reason. Them will get like the former speaker of the house, Abbas Bundu. Doctor tell we say, me 3 picking and no good day. Assist me model and me wife say, if you not venture on all the common meals, that is the end of your marriage. We get them boku wait till you say, no, me picking no good day. Because me not a part of it. But if I can't talk now, say me kegade. If I can't stand, I need to survive.
Anita, una already advocate against FGM, and how do you also accept, to some extent, say, una experience, that's what I've been talking about that, una experience different with other people, and that's something where the first lady don't they say it doesn't mean if other women then go through this and get complications and get issues, mean say me go through them and I'm fine, I'm happy, I learn from them. Where do you draw the line?
Lamrana, I tell you say I'm a professional. In my own discussion or sharing my experience, I know they bring like all of the women. No, you have your experience, I have my experience. I respect that. But allow me, let me speak, say, this is my experience. I'm not against everybody sharing their experience. I respect their views. It's personal. I can't go beyond that. It's personal. But what I'm saying, FGM is
So what
FGM.
makes FGM bad?
That is it. Everybody involved into it. My personal experience makes it bad. The one seeing even babies 3 years old, they're going it through. Adults are forcefully forced into it because some woman say, you go curse me na bondo person, or then go catch me. No, they for where is your human right? Why
So
will we
the
allow it to
advocacy
be
generally is not
violated?
just the initiation of girls of under 18.
Yes, it's
and even
over
forcefully
18.
women. Una
Yes.
advocacy is against FGM.
FGM. Yes.
So what's wrong about FGM? If somebody willingly want forget do am.
There was a discussion at In Liberty with a doctor. The Dr. Jallo was there. It tell you all the implications. It tell you me, my experience, I shared it. It tell you everything. So I will be a voice to stop it. But me culture for dance the drums, for enjoy them, for go, we make fun. They say, look, go now, what's how we go was. We make that ojo, we dress. I'm fine with it.
Now for sing the sing,
I love
if
it.
you don't talk
Nani,
about water, you got
now
to
they
sing.
sing. Nani, I
sing
get
them.
all the sing them.
Sing,
You
sing
mean
them.
I play?
No, but sing,
Hey,
sing.
hey, your friend La Prame. Oh, it's about La Prame. The one where they work the arts.
You don't now the sing.
No, now the
You know,
no,
you
the
say
one
what
where
sing
they
it,
work.
You say what
Now,
you don't sing it, your
now
thing.
so we get 3 or 2 dresses during those ceremony. The one where they wear the whites when then they put the cap. The one where then they dress so now they put the blind and that look there. Where you they transfer where the bondo they go now. The one when at the nets where then they say the snake they carry eat the bush. That 3 dresses
this
9 day.
Okay, now you
3 dresses 9 day. So the south will not get to na own. We'll go there na posh houses the 9 them
Posh?
bill. I don't go inside the na
You don't
yes,
you don't
I
go
go
to the
there.
academy?
No, I'm not going to academy, but the one academy. So for we,
so for we, that is sing them.
So it's not like there is Nasu. This part of it where the advocates, the anti-FGM advocate, then they say there should be a total ban.
No, we don't
FGM.
agree. We don't agree with the total ban because that would be infringing on people's human rights after 18, where one for go through then culture.
Why FGM not wrong for you?
Not to first and foremost me oath, me secrecy oath not allow me for can begin getting kind discussion then with you. Okay? So
I hope I'm not in trouble.
No, you're not in trouble. But I'm just saying because sometimes you also get for maintain. I was in the Bondo Bush for 2 years. I mean for 2 months. So we get and sing there, right? Like waiting. You know, I don't know the meaning of a young sing. Okay, but when we are there, you know, training the kind of things the way they go, that's too much. That they give you like too much power. And most of the time, people say, "Why are you so confident?" You understand? I went through a leadership training in the Bondo Bush. Now, a lot of self-esteem training goes on there, about you. So even when then they try for say, you know, we know they this, we know they that sexually. No, because they've told us this thing we are just saying. You know, it's in the meaning that they tell we say that big water. You understand? That big
I know
water,
that, but there is one thing where you humiliate another woman saying Nagboka.
No,
in all the society.
So now they say. So
if they humiliate the next
now,
woman.
But now it's the same thing that Wuna they can for try for tell woman they say, wait make us sing that thing, it's deliberate. You understand? But bring certain things to the fore. Why we should all stop this pointing finger. So at that level, because they when we been small, that thing they are Sabian before I go Bondo Bush. Because when we they out so not don't go yet. Now that thing they let me they sing Pawi, right? Where we want to sit on some side. And what it mean is that was how we they cross. You will not go society, you not go cross them. That was how where food what they eat, you will not go society, you not go with them. But when we went for our rites of passage, they explained it to us, right? So it gets a meaning. But now let's move this conversation forward, okay? The same way like now, where you know, like when they say, "Oh, woman, the way we're not having another orgasm discussion. We are not 9 people that want for you. We're not having that, but it's the same thing. We should not. Nobody should bring another woman down in psychological well-being because they join or they're not join. Right? It is wrong. But I see a way forward in this discourse. And the way forward is we go back to and agree on, okay, together, not as faction. Oh, now we do this. Oh, now we do that. Everybody has worked. Very, very
because
hard.
for me, the interesting part is all of you are interested in protecting girls.
The 18,
you know, and women.
Lamgana, when I stand to speak about not initiating girls under the age of 18, everybody knows me. I have never changed. I mean, I am on the other side on that issue with even some people and way, they are close people to me who are in this professional space. I've never wavered from that. And I believe, say, if the prevalence rates, now children under 18, now then they, you understand? We can all come together. When we come together, but we have to go back to the practitioners, the custodians, not in silos, right? Not in silos. We can go back to what they had agreed on. We have documents. We have documents, but not just them.
But what you need is the political will at this time.
The political will, for example, when they saw them decide for do that thing, you understand? When we get them, Lamrana, the same way then they go tell president say not do this. If they go tell president say we want let you do this, they do am.
But how about the politician we say me, wait time we just school lock. I get for go then me community people and they assess me based on how many picking them I pay for later initiate.
So
we've seen that.
I told women like Anita, I say you see in advocacy, sometimes even you biggest adversary, you get for bring and come on board. If he gets side, he get comparative advantage in negotiations, right? So when they said this committee in a parliament on FGM, I know 2-3 people that were sitting and I say, because me no say it pa bill bondo bush.
Yes.
You understand? But the whole thing is, I look and say, and I talk to the person. Now I say you shouldn't be, privately, you shouldn't be on that committee. I say this is wrong. Okay, if you don't believe in this, if they're putting at this committee, commodity. You understand? So we are doing all of this work. We're able to do some of these. We don't shout about it.
What's the way forward? What
the
will you
way
recommend?
forward is what I have told you. Right? First of all, we need to re-establish respect. The anti-FGM campaigners need to stop publicly, or not some of them, not all of them, lying and defaming people, and they spoil people in character, because you build defense mechanisms against any kind of work. Because if you want spoil the entire career, because I know again, I lie you, they lie for me, like, okay, Nasu Fofana is responsible for the mutilation of thousands and thousands of women, including 6-month-old babies. Now, who does that? It's in this document. You understand? So they kind of really satanic way. You understand? It is wrong. It will not allow me to converse with you. Okay? And also, we get to be authentic. I feel like instead of going and saying we are doing alternative rites of passage to Bondo, that's not Bondo. That is just something you're doing, you understand, continue for empower girls. Because you cannot take a traditional culture where we not get the moral and the cultural the requisite experience for culture. For let una say una they do Bondo or bloodless Bondo. And people like me have questioned, and I remember a very prominent woman the last time, the first time when I start this, I tell people, and not to you were not there. I said this is respectful to our traditional leaders. How do we then go to them, you understand, for have a conversation around this, if we don't begin to say we are actually now duplicating what they do? So for respect, and how do we even know, and I raised this and I'm raising it again, but because of ethical considerations, it's very difficult. Yeah. So this whole thing started in the north, and I raised a question. I said, okay, I see some of them big women there. How did you identify these women as not being that they've not gone through their rites of passage? I can understand the girls. You understand, if they are young. So we cannot be doing this if we want cohesion, if we want consensus on the. We need to show respect to the traditional leaders. That is the way forward. We go to them that, okay, we don't reach this impasse. Okay, me and Anita not get the cultural rights for do so and so, but we are here.
Somebody as influential as the first lady, which role do you think say go play in this?
The first lady, I believe, can really bring people together. Me personally, when the first lady got where he came into office, I reached out. There was a gentleman called, I think, Tony Morgan, or somebody who been in our office. I say, Madam First Lady, you don't come. I go look for share my experience in these areas of work. And if you ever need my support, I don't mind which political party. When it comes to women's work, we do it. And I wasn't able to see her. I tried several times. I think it was in 2019 or so. It don't invite me twice per in program them. Unfortunately, one term I've been there out of the country. The other term I've been there out of town. So again, the issue of the bondo is not political. I feel say even with the Kendwi, the one way Anita then vex for, the Kendwi that is special events.
What's in a Kendwi?
I know sabi talk and English, I know sabi talk and Creole. Na Kendwi, na so then tell we na bondo bush. I cannot explain it.
Okay.
There are certain things nothing else sabi for explainer.
Okay.
It's a process, and I cannot explain that. But when Kendwi they come out, you understand? It's a day. I remember as a young girl, what would they kenema? Now a big, just like how Nasianso. Okay, people in the come from all over the country. But I didn't like the fact that she was there with the Ebema. Okay? Then the side and they supposed to be depoliticized as women, because not a one grain group join this society. I'm not saying, but just the fact that she was wearing that. And I also think to say the first lady, while some of the people and we actually target them, okay, where lady complain are members of the APC, I really don't feel like it was in place for make e say na APC woman and don't target her. I am APC. I have been targeted in maybe far worse ways as well. So then we need for depoliticize, and so as the mother of the land, I think she could call some of us we don't work in this area regardless of with political affiliation to say how do we work together. But she has to sit there as the mother. Okay? She doesn't necessarily have, not so in fact, we will be telling her, remember me and late Henrietta Bawa, we met her. We say, if this issue, that's a way then just begin and na social media. I say, Madam First Lady, please, this issue, we guide you. But she said she will handle it. Okay. So we were back. So we believe, say, moving forward, I don't know, there's so much going on with her. I think person like me need for, say, let we give space, let deal with a lot of the other things then. But if she ever needs, we can help her, okay? We go help her for let we get this big conference where we could bring the paramount chiefs, the female paramount chiefs first, okay? We bring both sides of the equation, you understand? The anti-FGM campaigners, those of us who have worked professionally on this, we've written research papers on it, This is my research on this and the psychological aspect, because this now one side we're lacking by all of this conversation. So I think if we all meet, Anita, if I call Anita, say Anita, we get meeting, Anita will go. Yeah. Me and Anita, we don't fet all kind fets. But we know they ever meet and, there's never been nastiness. If they say something, what you don't inside that room, and that just know. We'll talk something where I say I don't let no so. Her lie, because she listened. She might consider it. So now that kind of working relationship we don't with stuff. And we also listen to each other. Say Rian get in evolve the way can put a provoker. I don't go part in program then I peck am. You understand? So it is not as if I think there are just some women we don't just feel say it has to be antagonizing. It is resolvable. Yeah. We have the women, we have the expertise, we have the cultural support. I think it could be done.
Anita, it could be done. There should be engagement. There should be a roundtable conversation, because the goal is, I'm sure, for all of una, now for protect women and girls. And let the issue of women and girls, let we know they talk about a normal politician and go can say, women champion, girls champion. But when it comes to, passing laws we get for do protecting women and girls, then say no, uno mix pandiso because they want votes. How do you address this?
So, Lamran, I'll quickly go to Nancy with regards to bloodless rights. We know they do them because we violate the ceremony or other things. Before ever we host that bloodless rights, we involve every stakeholder, for paramount chief to local chief, the woman, Sowe, then the leader, all the Sowes, everybody. Because they start from the Sowe in disarmament. where they declare say I don't mix so man, I don't say now I don't left flag go do all that. I tire for police case, for my go butu they remember say if this speaking can die na me out. Because these are all the things that we the so and they explain to we get so way conferences that we they meet them, we they meet them at the communities, we they talk and openly, themselves they talk openly, then they give testimonies them. So for we, even the girls that what they put, we know they go do virginity test. There are community leaders we know say they no go now then they bring them. We know they camouflage them. To be frank, we are not here for sell something. We here for protecting and safeguard them. Make them get their own sanity. Make them move on with their lives. And not even the underage that would they bring. From 18 and above now they would they bring. Sunday university then they beg we say, hey, this trip do I wanna call we say one taste this thing. I get friends from the overseas and say if no more cuts no they would they bring the picking. Make them practice the culture. They know waiting they happen. So on that note now, so we know they work outside these leaders. We know they work outside these traditional leaders. We are the powerful custodians of this practice. And now then they check a receipt, give us away for go do the thing. So we don't work in isolation. We work with all of them. Over the years, that's why we're able for penetrate for do anything. We're not doing. If not, then they run after you. If they go accuse you, your protection is necessary. We care about protection and everything. We get them involved. So me and even us as a movement of Forum Against Harmful Practices, we know they deny any call for meet and talk.
Okay.
We are not going to refuse that. We have our stand saying zero tolerance. We are not going to say no to that. The First Lady, in position we get, the Zero Tolerance Day was instituted by the former First Ladies. Worldwide, where they do now zero tolerance in FGM. It was the predecessors. She signed it. She never came out. No, he signed them. So when we come, now that's in 60. But we now go by the trend. Like my sister, sometimes you don't want to listen to people, but listen.
Okay.
Work with people. They know it, they are there before you. So for make everybody come and succeed, go with the predecessors. Go with those. Me, I tell you, where launch the answer for our girls. Now, me sit on AYV. I tell her the roads away for pass. Madam First Lady, call outstanding organizations. We don't work on women and girls. Let you able get them right. We don't care about the money for now, but bring the expertise. When they come together, you will get results. I did that for her.
Okay.
So I'm not like I attack. No, we didn't attack her. We just want her for me to come back reflect. It get two girls that we protect. Yes, we can say that. It's a will. But let us do it for the others. Them poor mommy in another village. You see Kendu? Where the north they do Kendu.
Kendu.
Yeah.
Kendu.
You say Kendu. We call them Kendu.
Okay.
The north. We they do them. Now next see they come out. Well, man, don't see. No man, no they come on there. No, I just they tell you. Not only na the south then they do them. We they do them. It happen na the north.
Okay.
So for we have similarities. This is like a founding member, Madam Yoko. Now England you go take this practice. Then we been get Udromu, but the FGM na England pula. England na another story. I don't want to go there because I do the social policy.
Yeah.
I know all this way to happen. The horrible things that we then do now, we then don't calm down. Say okay. Woman, everybody will they protect you now. Let the government, the politicians them, they tell you in a game. My sister now to measure about that politician, that woman. Now the dead southeast.
Not a woman.
Right now, man, we know the man will get the bone the bush, but the other woman, what? Yes, then get them. That man, that woman, we meet her. It's like 100 girls. He say 9 people and say they want make them put speaking.
Yeah.
We say that money is spent over 80 or 90 million. We say why not be? He said now this way people and say they want. I say no, you for educator, you come on outside. You know this thing. Educate and say no, man pay for the school fee. Man make them the land book. Even at this sooner later on the candidate. That is the politics you have to play for support, for empower women and girls, from law save them from everything where now inequality, powerless, you make them powerless and not able to do nothing. You think say we for the under subjugation.
Thank you so much,
it's
Anita.
Not fair.
Thank you so much, Anita, and thank you, Naso. I think we had an opportunity for criminalize, especially the initiation of
children.
Yeah. We don't come close several times, but we came close to this point to say cabinet puts na them the bill say for criminalize under 18 initiation, went to Parliament. Parliament removed it. Then said they know they talk about Bondo. They know they discuss and they went to the president signed up. Again, with the people, I think now we politicians are all responsible as well, because now then get the bigger responsibility. This was an opportunity for fix. At least we can be talking about protecting girls, and we get an opportunity for put a law where they say, because everybody they agree, say small picking, not get sense for take a decision, say, I want to do this with him body. So here was an opportunity. But we refuse and we fail. And we, for all we members of parliament that we vote on, and they're responsible and accountable. By the way, I don't try to forget people in the female caucus. When this thing passed, I tried to get them here for discuss, waiting at the decision why they do them. But it's difficult to get them. We'll continue.
Parliament is difficult. Parliament is difficult to get. And I think one other issue being happen, and I'd like just say, not to be the person where they talk, maybe they talk about on that committee, not to Honorable Dixon Rogers, who was also attacked. You know it's I mean, in naming they all over. I don't know if not down there.
Not so one know.
So, but again, this comes again in how we also continue for talk dialogue like what we do so. You understand? But this idea of maybe now then they make some of the people the way they call, then no one can sit down here, then talk something, you understand? Then the next thing is their name is all over the world, right? For saying something. Sometimes people can mistake and say something, right? But if I come now, then apart from the secrecy of the society, people are afraid now for talk on this issue because they don't want to be blackmailed. They don't want to be labeled. They don't need support. And then the aggressiveness, like some of us now will not be seen. You understand? Because we know we've done the work, we continue to do the work, and we continue to bring people together, reasonable people who are ready to have this conversation, because I believe in that. And me believe, say, the women of this country and the traditional institutions, especially we female paramount chiefs, okay, if we sit down and they, the female paramount chiefs, that I would tell you, in fact, most of those male paramount chiefs, the one away I know, they are against children, but something happened and we got it wrong. Let's go back to the drawing board and engage. But we can't forget we constituents. We are not going to go as a group, what I mean. And this person was the Minister of Gender, Dr. Aissata has done so much. And Aissata can tell her, you understand? The Human Rights Commissioner, my namesake Nasu, they come to me. Nasu, I say, hey, one thing, one particular way where we know where you go to the so whether they talk when somebody they don't say this now they put you inside. At least some of we able for detector, not to so. So we have to come together because we all get different ways where we engage, but until we do that with respect, you understand? And this also finally, all man they talk say that they so with them for money for this, Anita. We have to agree that there are people also in this movement who want to keep this very controversial. There are institutions that want to keep it controversial. It benefits some people if we don't have this law. People will lose their jobs. They not get money again for send them picking and go private school. So So I can always say this way they're not so inside no more than they will get so where they will sit down New York, where they na UN, where they na UK. Because it's livelihood. Okay. So it's on both sides. So, but we can stop this. You know they get money for this. Me know they get money for this. But there are people who are benefiting on both sides.
Anita, you want to say for end quickly?
For end, as they say, the respect of us coming together to talk about it, the give and take. Mindful. This is a social media time, the time of technology, high technology. Whatever I post, whatever you say, there are records. So even the media where they face for interviews, then they don't go do them research and come before you, then can ask you questions. When you respond, then they go back, then they go check your information. So with all this finger pointing, this, we just get for being mindful of what they do with we advocacy, which we tools them, what we don't say, what we will not say. Because it's coming back onto you. You see, like now, even for Go America, they say give social media accounts. They want to see what you post, who you are against, who you are not against. So I'm just bringing it for me. I bring the sanity on our advocacy. If we are talking about the right things, don't accuse me that, oh, I did the wrong thing. I just pin on you. I want for sabotage. You know, me, I know they sabotage nobody now. The truth, I know. I know they fight for political gains. I know they fight for personal gains. I'm fighting for the guys I've been working for in this country for 15 years or 20 years and above. Because I believe in it. I know say what I do. If I'm no more, that is my legacy.
Okay. Thank you so much, Anita, from Girl Child Network, Sierra Leone, and Nasu for our time. Hopefully there'll be somewhere else I wanna go converge and get this conversation. Because if we are united, I'm sure, because we all agree, say, picking under 18 of being initiated.
We're having a Bondo Summit.
Yeah,
Let me just let you know.
Okay, Bondo Summit. It's happening soon.
Don't worry.
Okay, well, no problem. Well, thank you so much. And now they end the program. Many thanks to guests them. Thanks to my colleagues them, the technical and production team. So to meet back tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Tomorrow, possibly, yes, we might run few time because we will link the /AGM live from McKinney. So hopefully we get to do that tomorrow. But continue to stay with Truth Media. And have a lovely day. It's raining, the weather don't change, the rain don't stop, but stay safe out there. Bye-bye.
Respect to all Massive and crew. It's been a long time you've been away from home.
This is Truth Radio, 103.9 FM. We empower the nation.
Public notice. Deadline for payment.